It was the hot cocoa from last night. I didn't do a very good job stirring. The piece of chocolate that I put in.
The chocolate.
A chocolate.
Oh, probably needs settings. Interesting. The audio for the game is loud or not loud?
Why does it say you're playing Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege?
Where? Oh, it's... You happy now, Mr. Krabs?
Yes.
Okay. Now, do you know why I picked this game, Slode?
Because I picked this game?
No. I picked this game. Stop that.
I swear you guys start different times every Tuesday. We do. The little dude?
The little dude?
We don't have a set time that we are supposed to start. Just that it has to be Tuesday.
Correct. Come on, you're putting people that may be on the spectrum in some way, shape, or form to a schedule?
She, her, he, him, they, them?
They, them. They ask for a name, it's gonna be Todd.
Once upon a time, in a world far, far away, in a realm ruled by dragons and magic. Well, actually, it was this land specifically.
That's a
Not
big
that far
land.
away. Let me start over. Once upon a time,
Call me little
somewhere
dude?
in Gaia,
No.
not that far away,
Okay, what
there was a
is Skadoodle?
tavern. My tavern. A place for anyone looking for an adventure or a quick refreshment.
Where can I put this?
A place open to everybody. Even jackdaws, I suppose. But I'm not just your typical innkeeper. My drinks are infused with magic to aid ambitious adventurers on their quests. To make sure they always return victorious. Big shoes to fill, I know. Then again, what's the worst that could happen?
Dun, dun.
I think it's over there for right now. I'm gonna put it away. Next time.
You told me to make you a pile.
I know.
Hiya, Innkeep, how's it going? All fine and dandy? Can't complain. How
Yo, it's
about
an
you?
elf.
You, Fable? All fine and dandy? Yes. Yes, all fine and dandy. I had such an exciting day. Really, really exciting.
The name's Fable?
Yes. Did you go on an adventure? Even better. I took a walk around the grove and then I replanted a mushroom that had fallen over. What? That's all that was in there. Then I patiently waited for it to turn into a mushroom monster or a mushroom mimic. Maybe a gnome. Did it? No. But I got to take another walk around the grove. How was it? Great. I got to see the same stones, the same trees, the same amaranth hydra guarding the entrance to Avalon, the same moss. I even got to water the asters. They didn't really need it, but I was there, so...
Are we gonna get the fact where they said Hydra? Also, spoiler, I think everyone dies. Thanks, Night Warrior. Spoiling it.
Sounds very exciting. Who am I kidding? My life is as exciting as a roasted nut. Nuts
Nut?
are healthy, very thrilling
Nut?
and awesome. Or as a snack. There are various types
Boiled
of
nuts?
nut. Walnuts, peanuts, hazelnuts.
Boiled nuts?
I'm allergic. Oh. I didn't know that.
An elf allergic to nuts?
No worries.
Interesting.
I mean, I never told you. And hey, at least something would happen if I ate a nut, just not something very fun. Anaphylactic shock and all that. Does that count as an adventure? No, I think that counts as a mistake. I don't know why that got me a little bit.
I think there is a part of me that wants to get a group of friends together to just voice act, like...
The Scarlet Hollow.
Yeah, just, like, pick a random game with a group of people and everybody pick a character and we all just have to read... Like, we don't have to voice act it, but, like, just read it to really give more dimension. Peanuts aren't nuts. They're not tree nuts. Can I help you, Slow?
It was uneven. I think that counts as a mistake. So
Yeah, well, I know many of those.
what you're saying is that you're missing some spice? Oh, no. No. I have a very sensitive stomach. I don't think chilies would help me much. Though I'm very good at growing phoenix chilies. I was talking about the spice in your life. That's what you meant. Well, yes. Yes, exactly, that's it. There's no chili flakes, no garlic, no dragons. Just a lot of salt. I'm like a bland soup. So a classic case of boredom, I see. You think Shadow could be the innkeeper?
Yeah. I could see that. I'd love to be the innkeeper, but this is much more of a Shadow thing.
Yeah. I call Avery or the sick dude. Oh. Sure. Ninja gets Stella.
I'm not voicing Stella.
Oh, we're talking about like Scarlet Hollow voice
Yeah.
acting. Got it.
Yeah.
Who could I be? I can do Stella.
I think you could do Stella. Can I be the wet nut dude?
Sure, you could be the wet dude.
I'll be the wet nut dude and like Duke or something.
You want to be Duke? That means you gotta be Bo too.
I can't be his son and him.
Yeah, you can.
I'm like, I would need to be wet nut dude and like somebody down the road, just because the wet nut dude is like right in the beginning.
I call the dog mayor. Alright.
Alright, so we have to
Should I be writing this down?
do animal speak.
I mean, we could go through all the things. I was just seeing what I scribbled out. Should I keep taking notes? I'm gonna write it down just in case this ever comes up again. VA. Scarlet Hollow. Night Warrior. Dogmare, right? Just
Yeah.
Dogmare.
Ninja. Wet nut guy.
Ja. Wet Nut Guy.
Well, what if people don't pick the wet nut dialogue? How will they know?
/ Duke. Sharp. Avery. Or
Monster guy.
I want to say Quentin, but that's
Reese,
not it.
by the way.
Reese, thank you. Reese. Splode.
Do you want to be Stella?
I don't know why. I just fucking blanked on how to spell Stella. Don't worry.
P-E-L-L-A. Tavern talk. We're gonna pick our characters here as we go on.
Innkeep.
Shadow.
Getting Lori vibes.
You know what? That's so we're not even gonna like ask people. We're just gonna name who we think everybody is.
Well, not everyone's here.
No, I know.
If they're not here, we will assign them a role.
I like this game. Yeah, the fucking Fable. It's Lori vibes, easy.
I feel it in my giblets.
Oh, that's so funny.
Sock. Do you know that feeling when nothing exciting is going on in your life? Like, life isn't bad, but also not particularly fun. Have you tried visiting?
Have you tried visiting your family? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just thinking of Sock. Her family was in the circus.
Just her dad.
Uncle.
Oh, I didn't know. Let's see. Maybe tried adding some zest to your soup since we're going with... Huh?
Just salt.
Drama, buzz, excitement, something fiery. Go to the theater or a gala. Arrive in a hot air balloon. A hot air balloon? Don't they fly up really high? Yes, I think that's the point. I'm afraid of heights. And of people. And of actors. But apart from that, I'm trying. I tried singing, but what is singing if not the telling of a tale? How can I sing of things if I never lived through anything? What do you mean? Well, day in, day out, I live in the same green soup of routines. Sure, I have my forest and I look after it, but I want to get out there and see something. Like, for example, listen to this song I started writing. I'm not singing, just so you guys know.
I want to be a hero.
I wish to be a hero.
I wish to be a hero, slaying mighty drakes. I wish to meet a pretty nymph, resting by the lakes.
Sounds like a good song opening. Oh, really? You think so? Well, perhaps it has a nice flow to it. But nothing actually happens in it because all I do is sit around and wish for things to happen.
Dr. and Mrs. Reese Mom. Or Mika. I would see book more as Dr. and Mrs. Reese Mom. Dr. Kelly.
Dr. Kelly.
Let's see book pulling out a trank gun.
Fair. Well,
Actually, I don't mean this to sound rude because she definitely won me over in the last act.
I'm sure.
Tabitha as Split as Tabitha. Just,
I have to be Tabitha.
just so done with everything. I'm like, just fucking stay still. Let me get through this week. Someone died. And then, like, shit goes down and you just pull it with a shotgun. Except you'd have a bat.
Okay. No one eat my mac and cheese. And I would scream.
You know, it's a little too fitting now that you say that.
Why are you saying it like that?
So how many things of mac and cheese do we have in this house?
Yeah, but you eat it too.
True. If only I did friend.
Can I Zen is gonna be Gram.
Oh,
Sybil.
Sybil? Yeah, that's fair. I like how we're playing a new game and we're... It was such a good game.
Anyways, no, but nothing actually happens in it because all I do is sit around and wish for things to happen. I don't even know what nymphs do. I've never met one. Taxes, maybe?
I mean, they can be accountants.
They can be accountable. No, I don't think so. I would love to sing about the exciting magical things I encounter. But to be honest, the most exciting thing in my life is coming to your tavern and discovering new drinks. Character information unlocked. Fable. Is that this? They're 110 years old!
Hey, they, them.
Neutral good. Arcana the Hanged Man. Okay. We're putting tarot in this.
You know tarot.
I know some tarot.
But are you witchy?
I'm...
She's a witch!
Fable Verifina is a
Verifina.
ranger taking care of the Ashen Grove. They're a sweet and gentle soul and a regular at the Wayfarer Inn. They
What?
dream nothing. They dream
No,
of being
why did you look at that and when he said Wayfarer and you like shirked a little bit?
the Wayfarer.
Oh. Wayfarer.
And there's a person in here that looks like Stella.
Mm.
Spiritfarer.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I can see.
They dream of being an adventurer, but are troubled by severe anxiety about, well, everything, really. Their nut allergy probably doesn't help either. Not a lot of songs you can write about that. I wouldn't mind a jingle. I'll think of one. Can I mention nymphs? I'd prefer if you didn't. Okay, maybe one day I'll get to offer them their own jingle. In the meantime, can I offer you a drink? Yes, I'd love a drink. The usual? Yes, please. That means a swift strike, in case you forgot. Thank you for the reminder, Fable. It's my favorite. It always makes me feel like a featherlight nymph floating on the waves of sunny lake.
Does she know what a nymph is?
Do you want to be with a nymph or be the nymph? Both?
Both is good.
But mostly I want a swift strike. Message received.
Alright, we brandish our sword and just smack her with it.
Although, I was wondering, I've been coming to your tavern for so long and I still don't know anything about how you make your drinks. Could you show me? Yes, tutorial. Really? Yeah. What should I do? Do I need to put on an apron or summon a familiar? How do I summon a familiar? Just follow me.
Yo, it's
Little
little dude.
dude.
Oh, by the way, Nightwear, that's who we were calling little dude.
This little dude.
He was in the starting screen. Welcome to my drink mixing. What?
He doesn't blink his eyes at the same time. This one, then this one.
I feel like they meant to, but they just missed the timing on it.
I think they did it on purpose. He's a little dude.
It's very uncomfortable now that I know.
Anyways, welcome to my drink mixing nook. So this is what it looks like back here. Hello, Andu. Careful, I haven't fed him yet. Where do we start? Well, usually I start by figuring out what my patron wants. To make sure I don't forget what they ordered, I take notes in my journal. Let's have a look. Oh, you pinned my order. Oh, we're gonna have to remember symbols. I did. If I want to look for specifics, I check my detailed notes. I do keep a log, just in case. When I'm sure I know what was asked of me, I browse my recipes. Can't you just freehand mix something to see what sticks? No, I like to mix and match for a more varied result, but the right balance is crucial, so I stick to my recipes. When I've settled on one, I can use the chalk to draw it on the board. What if you pick the wrong one? I can either erase it with a sponge or just pick a different recipe. My ingredients are stored in the 5 bottles on the right. There's dexterity, intelligence, defense, strength, and charisma. I think dexterity sounds the tastiest. I had a feeling you might say that. If I mess up or want to redo my drink for any other reason, I can simply feed my mistakes to Andu. Once I'm done, I ring the bell to activate the primordial vortex. Actually, I don't need to bore you with the magical details. Just try making a drink. You've got this. Okay.
Why don't you go look at the journal?
So,
Swift strike. Well, we're trying to make the swift strike.
yeah.
That's the frosted lagoon.
Oh. Swift strike.
Draw a recipe. We gotta make the match.
Okay. Well, how do I know which one's what? Oh, it
like
highlights. Okay, so
And it's put in the same order. You match it by the star rings. You put it too high.
pet ending for the first time.
Oh my god, the eyes sparkle. Oh, okay, so it just you could do it only little bits at a time too.
Okay, all right.
One more. Yeah. Alright. Now the one on the right.
Blaine.
You do that a little bit. Just first lot. Okay. And then the one on the bottom.
Defense. Swift strike.
Let's go hit the bell.
Make your first drink. It's a weird glass. Wow, it actually does teleport. Of course it does. What did you think was happening? I thought you were just very good at sleight of hand. I see. Well, give your creation a taste. That's delicious. I made that? You made that. Thank you for showing me the ropes. Thank you for your enthusiasm. These adventures you dream of, aren't you scared that it'd be the... Huh?
I heard you say adventurers.
These...
Adventures.
Maybe. These adventures you dream of, aren't you scared they'd be the end of you? Maybe, but how would I know if I never try? Do you actually want to try? Well, yes, I want to tell great stories, but...
But stories.
But what? Never mind.
Yo, it's dark and brooding.
Okay, I was like,
Dark and
you'll
brooding.
get there, hang on. Let him cook.
There's even a crow. Can I be the shitting crow in the background?
They've been there. How can I help you? A drink. For you?
No, for the crow that's shitting in the back.
Right. What kind? Drinkable. This is you. Very specific, thank you.
What's that supposed to mean?
How about a spoken heart? Some charisma couldn't hurt. Sure. Whatever. Spoken heart.
Max out on that charisma, let's go. So you should be a pro at this. You did potion permit.
I didn't mix things, it was Tetris. This is different.
Nah, it's all.
This is why Jerry would be perfect as the innkeeper. Anyways.
It's because he knows how to mix drinks.
Yes. That doesn't look right.
It is. You gotta do the bottom right one now.
Smoking heart. Bam. Why does it look like a cake? This should be digestible. Maybe even tasty. Thanks. Almost washes away the memories of that banshee haunting the lonesome lagoon at night. And her bone-shattering song of sorrow. Almost. Room unlocked. Song of Bones and Water. Alright. The brooding type, I see. What are you thinking about, Fable? Just dreams. Yours or someone else's? Mine. Other people seem to have the courage to follow theirs. Why can't I be like that? Isn't that up to you? I wish it was. My brother says my dreams are a fool's errand, that I'm running away from where I belong. This is like potion craft. Yes! We are rangers, Fable. We belong in the woods like the stream that ripples down the mountain. Or the birds in the trees. We keep the balance. It's what we're meant to do.
More?
No. It's gonna be super thick, I'm sorry. And is that what you want to do? Yes. No, not really. I want to experience things outside the safe borders of the forest. I want to live a life so full of adventure, boredom will feel like bliss. I want to be brave and strong. And I want to sing songs about my adventures that make other people yearn for that same freedom. Of course, I can never leave the Ashen Grove behind forever. It's my home. But there's nothing wrong with going away from time to time, right? I mean, my brother looks after the Grove, as well as my sisters. I think he'd be fine without me. Then you should do what your heart desires. Will it stop aching then? I think so, yeah. What if it's wrong to leave, though? What if destiny never meant for me to leave? What if it did? That would be a dream come true. Be your own genie, Fable. Your adventures start with you. Thank you, Innkeeper. You really are the most exciting part of my day. How does it feel? Or better? Is it better now that the noodles are kind of cooked?
It's better now that it's not scalding my mouth.
Also fair. Greetings, traveler.
Mama?
How may I help you? Huh? You own this establishment, Innkeep? Last time I checked. With whom do I have the pleasure? The name's... Carlin?
Sure.
Serlin? Yarlin?
Sarlin?
Sirloin? Sirloin? Beefcake?
Mommy?
Mommy? We'll go with Carlin for right now. Until we're told otherwise. You can call me Care or Lynn. Couldn't care less. Not helpful. Nice to meet you, sir. Lynn, what can I do for you? Perhaps something to drink? You do the thing with the quest, right? So they say. Do you want one? You can have a look at my notice board. No quest for me. But I may have one for you, or your notice board. Tell me more.
Leon.
Excuse me?
Leon.
Kamehameha?
Kame, huh?
What is it? Read it to me again.
Leon.
Kali. That makes no sense. I'm gonna go with Lynn. Heard of a werewolf making trouble up in Tregarin, terrorizing farmers, tearing sheep apart, the whole program. A werewolf? That's news to me.
That's a demi-human. I don't know what you're talking about.
Listen, me too. Didn't see one in almost a decade, and that was far south in Aroba. Been wondering if it's the same one, just moving up like a nomad. I thought the werewolf hype died along with that one romance novel. Ugh, you mean the one with the vampires? Think so. Nah, that's just split society into two camps. Team werewolf or team vampire.
Yo, werewolf.
Which one are you in, Keep?
Werewolves. Let's go.
Is it the fur or the pecs? Neither. questionable experiences with the other camp more so. I'm itching to ask for details. Don't. How about you? Wouldn't you like to know? Yes, that's why I asked.
That sounds like a shadow statement.
Keep guessing. Has anyone told you that you could pass as a werewolf? I mean, werewolves have fleas. I don't think they do. Yes, all the time. At least twice a day. You're scratching! Okay. Ooh!
Spud, why is your tattoo making an appearance in here?
Only downside of looking like a wolf is getting mistaken for it. Stop scratching my counter! Don't you fucking dare. I see. Is that why you don't want to take care of the werewolf yourself? Yes. No. I'm just afraid he might look a little too much like my uncle Dragon. Dragon. Would feel bad slaying the fella. You know, hunchback, hairy, crooked teeth. Is that a werewolf or just Uncle Dragon? You can't tell. Same fate befell Aunt Olga. I'm sorry to hear that. That hag had it coming. Never fall behind your grooming schedule, or before you know it, the next wannabe Van Helsing will strike you down with a silver arrow. Do the Van Helsings also hunt werewolves? Don't know. Don't care enough to check. Either way, that southern werewolf, yeah. Right. Anything else that might help others get done with it rather swiftly? Todd acting up.
Wait, when the fleas and lice and bites, the werewolf, do they become werefleas or werelices? Truly a horror story. If it works that way. Todd acting up.
No, I'm talking about Lynn here. She keeps scratching my counter.
And then I went and put my hand on Splod's desk and acted as if I was scratching it. And then Splode punched me in the arm.
I didn't punch you. I smacked you.
She did it open-handed, so it's fine.
Yeah. Palm side, not backside.
Abuse? Correction? God, that's a joke I haven't heard since...
Fetch. Pardon me? Should they get into a dangerous situation, they'll just have to start playing fetch. That works. On any dog. Trust me. Good to know. Thanks, Sarah. Lynn? Nice. It's not that hard. Either Carlin, Care, or Lynn.
Gotcha, Lynn.
Gotcha, Lynn. Alright, Chief, you got a name, or is it just Inkeep? Just Inkeep for now. Playing hard to get, I see. Well, Inkeep, then before I venture on, you've got a drink for me? Of course. What would you like? I'll take something powerful, something with a whole lot of strength. And don't you dare give me any of that watered down muck instead. You want...
Southern Brawler, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Bunch of
Oops. I forgot to click on it.
I'm sure there's an achievement to, like, make a drink without drawing.
Probably. Nice. First time. This next time, Splode.
He's saying punch me next time.
Oh.
What?
Anyways.
Give me 3 shots of that, a shot of charisma, and a shot of defense. I hope you know this matches up with the same star pattern.
Oh.
You didn't know that, did you? Sorry, I found patterns.
A drink with 0 water, as requested. Not bad. Just what I was craving.
Blushing.
Where will you head from here? Perhaps back west, through the Ashen Grove. Got some business to take care of. What kind of business? Personal business. Care to elaborate? No. But you won't stop asking until I do, will ya?
You want to be my personal business?
No.
No.
My cousin claims her crops are being stolen by undead snails. Obviously, I'm pretty sure she's hallucinating. But I did hear some folks complaining about an undead uptick in the west, so...
Uptick?
Might as well humor her. Are you correcting me? And make sure she hasn't turned into an undead snail herself. Something like that. What are you doing?
Can you put that over there, please?
You gave that to me, but I have no idea what you wanted with it. It's odd, ain't it? Resurrecting the dead. Certainly unconventional. That's one way to put it. I think there's not much use digging up the past. It's just going to open wounds you stapled shut. Another punch. Punch.
But we can't do wing night on Wednesdays.
Why?
It's you work late.
You can bring them.
No, it's in-house only.
Of course it is. Or eat your face. Pass on to everyone willing to listen. Huh. Would you mind talking like a normal person? I ain't exactly up for philosophizing. You started this conversation. And I'm ending it.
Why are we pissing her off? I want her to be our
Alright,
friend.
well then. If you find any more rumors from me or need aid, don't shy away from coming back. I'm more of a lone wolf, don't do groups, but sure.
See, you are a wolf.
I'll be back. I'll be waiting. Voop. Yep, 36. She heard Beast Slayer. A chaotic good.
Luca kitten.
The Chariots. Lynn is a strong and fearless beast slayer with a taste for strong drinks, big swords, and even bigger muscles.
Ayo.
She despises small talk in any way or form, and understandably for her, keeps her distance from werewolves, wouldn't like being mistaken for one either. Speaking of rumors, you know how to turn them into proper quests, right? Don't want them to go to waste.
I can
I
use
used to somehow. Fine. I guess I've got a few minutes. Let me see your setup. This is where I sort all the rumors I've collected. I also keep them written down in my journal so I don't forget. Smart. I think the best next step would be sorting the match and snippets on your quest page. Just drag them over and make sure they're all for the same quest. Otherwise, you'll end up confusing adventures. Once you're done, select the quill of yours and it will be written up. Got it? Got it. Thank you for your help, Lynn. Put it on my tab. That's not how that works. Good night to you two. Alright then, let's assemble this quest. That one and that one.
Yeah, they all say werewolves in it.
Combine rumors to create your first quest.
Yo, I love this artwork.
Fredison Vukakin.
Lukakin.
Passed by the Wayfarers Inn, reporting a werewolf
Lukakin.
making their way up to the Trigaran from Arova. They pose a potential threat to both helpless sheep and the villagers. Apparently werewolves loves playing fetch. Are you brave enough to take on this quest and save Trigaran from this werewolf mayhem?
Targaryens. Targaryens. Tot, where are you? Can we feed you magic potions?
Act 1. The Wayfarer's Inn. Prelude to Bravery. 58th of the way.
Yo, what up, Lori?
What do you have there, Fable? I found this on your notice board. It says a werewolf is terrorizing Trigarin. Is that true? It is indeed. Have you sent anyone after it yet? Maybe that hooded guy from yesterday? Not yet. What kind of hero are you? What kind of hero are you, looking for? One who knows their way around difficult terrain, woods even. Preferably one who is good with a bow. One who tells me they want the quest. I am good with a bow. Yes, Fable. And I know my way around any woods. I know, Fable. And maybe I want the quest. Just maybe? No, not just maybe. Since yesterday, all I've been able to think about is you telling me to follow my heart. And then I step into your tavern and the quest practically jumps out at me and I think,
Listen to
hey,
the heart.
there's a start for an adventure. It's near a forest. You know forest. You live in a forest. And werewolves are basically just normal wolves, but slightly scarier because they are also human. But you've talked to humans before. And you got silver arrows for your birthday last year, and they're just collecting dust in your room. And I thought I could ask you if anyone had taken it yet. And then I didn't think that far ahead. I see. Or rather, I did. But then I thought, what if I take the quest? Then I have to go on the quest. And I have to fight the werewolf. Or talk to the werewolf. Which is worse. Because what if the werewolf doesn't like me? And what if when I try to shoot it with my silver arrow, I miss and shoot a tree instead? And then the tree would be mad at me. But it wouldn't really matter because I'd be dead because of the werewolf. That took a quick turn. So maybe I should put the quest back. Fable? Yes? Do you want me to tell you to take the quest? Maybe. I can't make this decision for you. Neither can I. Whenever I have to make a difficult decision, it's like I freeze in place. And suddenly I'm unable to move until somebody makes the decision for me. Like a slime, a frozen slime that can't move. I've met slimes less anxious than you. You've met slimes? My tavern is open to everyone. Oh, right. What do slimes drink? Water. More slime. Bones. You sell bones? Only to slimes. Maybe you'll be able to add my bones to your menu soon. You'll just have to pick them up from the forest floor. I think I'd have a hard time convincing a werewolf to give up free bones. Why are you so anxious, Fable?
I was born this way.
In general? I think answering that would take up more time than we have to spare. About taking the quest. It seems to me that you want to take it, but you're trying to talk yourself out of it instead. Oh, well, I do want to go on that quest. Werewolves may not be the best muses, but it would make a good start for a song, right? The prelude of an epic fable, the protector of the woods, the world, the worms. The worms? They seem to like they seem like they need protecting. But every time I think about embarking on a quest, and I start to think more deeply about what might happen, all my bones start to shake and I feel dizzy.
And then I realized my bones are wet.
Is there something making you feel like you might fail? Aside from the bloodthirsty werewolf? We don't know what it's thirsty for. It might prefer orange juice. It might. Well, heroes have history, right? Great feats they can look back on to prove their bravery. Inspirational adventures that remind them of the light in the dark. I have the opposite of that. Great mistakes and epic regrets. Like the Mary Morgan incident. Or my first encounter with the Amaranth Hydra. Or the reason why nobody wants to spend time with me. If I read, I think you're gonna have to make the decisions.
Brief. First encounter with the Hydra. Your first encounter with the Hydra.
Well, just a day after it arrived to guard the portal to the dream plane Avalon, I wanted to be polite and neighborly, so I brought it some homemade biscuits. I burned them a little in the oven, but I thought since it was fire breath, it wouldn't mind. So I approached the Amaranth Hydra, and I have this whole speech prepared about how I'm looking forward to having it around, and how its green scales match my hat. But it was so tall and intimidating, I forgot all about what I wanted to say, so I just set down the biscuits and smiled awkwardly. It looked at my biscuits and then at me, and it said, "By the rivers of the stars stands a man who reads the firmament's past. Some things are as sturdy as the gilded ice. Some things as changing as Leviathan sea. All chimeras hate mice, all hydras love tea." I thought to myself, wow, the Amaranth Hydra has given me a riddle. A quest. Maybe this shall be my first adventure. But I couldn't figure out the answer, so I left, and I tried to solve the riddle for 3 days. I was too ashamed to step foot in front of it again, lest it know that I was not worthy of its wisdom. But then I couldn't take it anymore, and I ran back, apologized, and begged it for the answer. Turns out that's just how it speaks. It wanted tea. Did you get it some? Yes. Then you completed its quest. 3 days late. If it had needed an antidote, it would have died. Would-haves are about as useful as an antidote when you haven't been poisoned. They change nothing. I suppose you have a point.
You're quite profound, Splode, as an innkeep.
Thanks.
The Mary Morgan incident.
Yes, the Mary Morgan incident. Didn't you hear about that? Oh, thank God Or didn't get around. With my very first adventure, the chance to finally escape from the daily grind. What happened? An adventuring party was on their way, passing through the Ashen Grove. Due to the Sylvan spirits, it gets fairly foggy at night, and the fog bears great danger to anyone who isn't acquainted with the spirits who call it home. So, they wanted guidance from a local ranger. A merchant up in Trigarian recommended me. I agreed to help, of course. My first adventure. Yay! And no riddles to get confused about either. I was so excited, but also very, very nervous. So, of course, it had to go wrong. I think it was the nerves. Why were you so nervous? New people, seasoned adventurers, one stronger than the next, all in shining armor and armed to the teeth. I wanted to leave a good impression, but my bad luck got in the way. How did it go wrong? I felt their condescending glares on my back as I walked them through the woods. What? What? No, they go like this.
Can we turn the light off?
I mean, we can.
Thank you. My eyes.
Of course, I don't know whether they actually glared, but my fear got a hold of me as I led them astray.
Well, why'd you lead them astray?
I must have blacked out. I've never got lost in the woods before, but this time I did. I couldn't see well. There was blood rushing in my ears, and I felt dizzy. So, for some stupid reason, I led them along a path no one should ever take. Past the riverbanks of the Shivermere, home to the Mary Morgan.
The Mary Morgan.
You know of the Mary Morgan, yes, the wrathful spirit that's known to drown men. Not sure if she really differentiates between genders, though. For some stupid reason, I led them right into her arms. I got scared, and in the end, they had to save me. They fought the creature, and we finally found a way out when dawn broke. And the fog ebbed away. I couldn't look at them for the rest of the journey, and I silently bid my farewells when we reached the other side of the Ashen Grove. I was too embarrassed to speak. I'm sure I'm still the laughingstock of everyone of their gatherings. How am I ever supposed to set foot in the adventuring world again? To be fair, it could have been worse. I could have led them right into the arms of the wyvern chimera that resides in the Quag Mangrove. They say it has a taste for adventurers. But you didn't. But I didn't. Why does no one want to spend time with you? Because I'm unlucky. I'm unlucky, and whenever good things are supposed to happen, I ruin them. No matter how easy things might be, nothing seems easy enough for me. Imagine there's one nail sticking out in the whole kingdom. Everyone would pass it by, except for me. I'd get caught on it and rip my coat. Did that happen once? Once? I wish it had just been once. It seems like my life only follows the path that's the most embarrassing. Or dangerous. Or dangerously embarrassing. The curse of ill luck follows me wherever I go, like an adventuring companion who secretly wants to kill you. No one wants to hang out with someone who naturally attracts bad things. You're too harsh on yourself, Fable. Am I? See, just last week I wanted to gather fresh flowers. The daffodils are blooming and they make for a nice bouquet, you know? Or hair accessories. They always calm my anxiety when I have them around. But me being me, I confused them with their evil twin, the weeping Amaryllis. Now guess what I spent the whole day afterwards doing? Weeping? Like a baby, all day long. When I plucked them, they released their spores and I started crying. I suddenly felt all the sadness of the world rush over me. I've never been so heartbroken. I'm sorry, that sounds horrible, Fable. It was. Between the tears and the sobs, I managed to make a tincture out of hogweed. It eased the pain, but the tears wouldn't stop until dawn. I'm so silly sometimes. There's nothing wrong with picking flowers. There is if they're the wrong flowers. Imagine if I had offered them to the adventurers, or even worse, the Hydra. That would have been so embarrassing. I don't think gifting others flowers to make them a little happier is embarrassing. And it would have made it for a good story to laugh about together. I don't think they would have laughed about it with me, more at me. Maybe they would laugh with you if you chose not to run away. You seem to assign a cruel sense of humor to people that haven't actually shown you such a thing yet. Not everyone thinks about you the way you think about yourself. That would be nice. Innkeeper? Yes? Do you like spending time with me? Yes, Fable, I do.
I thought I got to pick.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That was the only option. Really? Of course. Seeing your face in my tavern brightens even the cloudiest of days. Please never stop coming around. I won't. You make me feel a lot less alone. Thank you. That's because you're not alone. Not as long as my tavern and I are here. You better not go anywhere. Not planning on it. Anyhow, you seem to be very insecure. I think that's the biggest problem here. But how can I not be when everything I touch falls apart? You know, that isn't true. You're right. I'm a great gardener. Everything grows around me, but I seem to just get smaller. Except zucchinis. I can't figure out how to grow those.
Yo, me neither.
So in a way, I'm like a zucchini. I'm insecure because I don't know what I'm capable of. You'll have to find out then. Like, on a quest. For example, don't you think I'm a little under-leveled? Do you think that will change by sitting around? I guess not. Someone has to help those people, right? What if I don't, and then no one else comes around? What if I'm the only chance they got? But what if I'm not? What if there's someone better? The best thing you can do is to try to help them. So what if another adventure swings by and they're able to make the situation better? Isn't that a good thing? 4 hands are better than 2, and who knows? You might even end up forming a party. More hands equal less work!
More hands, less work.
Oh.
Up and at her.
And besides, if it's a perfect hero they want, they'll be waiting forever. I didn't think about it like that. Maybe I shouldn't decide to give up before I even try. After all, I am a very fast runner, so if I screw up, I can just run away real quick. That's the spirit. Okay. I, Fable, great gardener, and future hero, charmer of nymphs, am going to embark on this quest and save the villagers. And I shall return victorious. Did I do it right? Yes. Good job. I leave the quest in your capable hands, brave adventurer. Would you like a drink to aid you on your journey? Yes. Do you have something that can make me more nimble and quiet so that werewolf won't see me coming? Something with a lot of dexterity. If I want to fight it, I'm going to need that surprise round advantage. Or maybe something that can help me with diplomacy. Perhaps it's just a hungry lost lycan after all, and it only needs a pep talk and a hug. Maybe we could even be friends. But I would need something with a lot of charisma for that. I will leave the choice up to you. Just make sure you don't pick a random recipe. Please keep it to one of the abilities I asked for. Remember, your choice can influence my fate. It could change the entire outcome of this quest. But of course, I'm sure you're already aware of that, so sorry for backseat mixing.
What's Sparky Nebula? Good job, Sword. You just killed her.
What do you mean? I haven't even done anything yet.
Wait.
What?
Oh.
I clicked
She
this one.
said something. Well, it's not that order. It's they want something fast or something with a lot of charisma. So it would either be the Swift Strike or the Spoken Heart. Do you want her to try and become friends with the werewolf or her to take him down?
This is your decision.
Friends with werewolves. Maybe they can form a party.
This one?
Yes. And bottom 2. One of each.
What? This should do it. Thank you. I feel much better. Braver. Farming. No, wait, that sounds like I'm attending to a farm. There are a lot of farmers in Tregarin, and I'm going to protect them all. Or talk to them until they feel better. I'm sure they could use that too. I just hope I don't have to fight anyone. No, I'll be okay. Because of your help, I'll be able to talk myself out of any situation. Thank you again. I think this drink gave me the courage I need to get started. You got this, Fable. I'll try. Have some faith in yourself.
Just kind of have faith.
I got this. Much better. Oh, I almost forgot. I was thinking about how much your words helped me yesterday, and how I'd have to thank you properly if I ever did end up taking a quest, so I brought you some phoenix chilies from my garden. They seem like something you might enjoy. They possess natural magical properties. If you plant them in the right soil, they can grow to be fire resistant. And consumption can pass that on to mortals like us. Or
Faith leads to death and embarrassment. Sometimes.
exactly. I thought they might go well with your drinks. They will. Thank you, Fable. It's a very thoughtful gift. Since I'm waiting for another shipment of infusions in a few days, I'll take a look at them all together later. Oh, of course. I'm glad you like them. Maybe I'll order a drink with them next time. But first, I have to complete my quest. I'll see you post-victory. I hope Fable will be alright. Wonder what path their fate took. Maybe a zesty one. I hope I was able to help. You again. Me again. And who are you? Someone who wants a drink. What kind? Drink. Yes, I get it. Could you try being more specific? That spoken heart one tasted fine. Thank you. To make another one.
Can you do it off of memory?
Spoken heart one. This one?
Yep. 3. Good job, Splode.
You must pet Andu every time.
You just like the glittery eyes.
He's so cute. A spoken heart, just for you. Maybe it'll help you find more words. Good attempt. Perfectly drinkable. Might make me come back for more. Might not. Thank you. Enjoy. Charming.
You have slimes?
Really quick. Or we can't do quest yet, I guess.
Click the board. Can you...
Right?
No, these are just rumors. This isn't putting together for quests. You usually need 3.
Okay.
It doesn't look like any of these are. So we got a werewolf and a dwarf.
That is not a werewolf.
Or a vampire.
I was gonna say, Ninja, there's plenty wrong with what you just said, but look at them. Bats,
Sorry.
ruffles, fangs,
I'm still
long,
thinking
dark,
about Lynn.
ebony hair.
I like Lynn better.
Careful, you'll step on my cape. Oh, shush. Greetings, travelers. How may I help you? Not another one of those empty babblers.
Would you prefer a different line? Vampire? I was thinking zombie. Nah, he had
The
the bat buckles on his vest.
Hail and well met, adventurers. Would you like to try me drinks? No, that feels wrong somehow. Could try the one where you just serve drinks quietly. I'm fresh out of that one, sorry. Thought so. You're planning to try and peer into my backstory? Probably. I'm warning you. I am very good at ignoring non-essential NPCs. Why are you ignoring me? Not ye, the innkeep. The innkeep is ignoring me? Not in the slightest. Don't worry too much about him. He's a tad quirky. I see. That thing on your shoulder, is it quirky too? What thing? Ah! My cape! Your cape? That's not his cape. That green fell on his shoulders and ooze, or what's left of it. And the rest of it is on you? Aye. Pretty tough to clean off. May I ask how that happened? You just did. Maybe I can offer you two a drink in exchange for the story and your names? Yes, I love stories. Well, alright. Well then, may I have your name? No, but I shall tell it to you. I am Sir Alphonse Louis Frederick Duque Dusang.
Sure.
It's long for Kyle. Kyle? Kyle. Well, Kyle, what kind of drink can I offer you? Blood. Or if you're out, I would also settle for something that tastes like blood. Or looks like it. Red is my favorite color. I'll look for something with red in it.
You can still go one more. Or do you want to look at your notes, see if there's anything? Okay, so someone with Battle 3. Southern Brawler, probably.
Probably. Yeah. Well, what happens if I mean, so there's 3 that. What if I just add something else?
Well, you probably want to dump out one layer.
Why? I can add one more.
Usually it's been like a 3 and 2 combo.
So then I can do a 4 and 1 combo.
Sure, why not?
Should I?
I mean, up to you. But I imagine if it doesn't say, like, you've made X thing, it won't work. You only get 5 ticks.
Yes or no?
It's up to you.
What do you want?
I like doing things by the book.
Some almost blood for you, sir. Oh, thank you very kindly. That looks delicious. It also tastes delicious, very live. Maybe as a chaser, you could let me have a bite. No. Okay. And to whom may I offer the second drink? Rhea Frostgrip. Nice to meet... Yeah, skip. Just serve me something strong. Something that feels durable, tough, like a mountain, or the caves of Ur. One of those frosted lagoons looks close enough. Coming right up.
I just think,
yay, a new drink.
I just keep thinking Viola Dirt. Skip. Skip. Fast forward. Skip. Frosted
A
Lagoon.
frosted lagoon. What?
I just like to see how your eyes sparkle when it's ice sparkle.
A taste of beer, just for you. Valued customer number 2. Oh, are you hitting the placeholder text? Let me try. I see you are many things, but not a liar. Tastes like a pile of rocks, just like how I like it. So, Rhea, Kyle, what about the ooze-filled story? Fine, guess you've earned it. Alright, picture me, deep in the mountain of Dulvmer, with my trusty axe and a good drink by my side. There I was, minding me own business, digging for the good stuff, you know. Hit a gold vein earlier and deemed myself the luckiest dwarf of all times. Yes, I know.
Rhea?
It can be either or, Ninja!
Okay, fair.
Had a real big old pile of gold. Then suddenly this big ooze comes along and slurp! Gone it was. This is a very boring story. Perhaps we could go looking for my cape now? It's nearly sunrise. And? The sun kills ye. Oh, right. Did the ooze also eat the cape? Yes. No. Oh. Anyways, I wouldn't call myself the best warrior, but when that ooze slurped me gold, I had to do something. So I took me shovel and dug and hit and dug and hit until there was nothing left of the ooze anymore. Well, almost nothing. So, did you dig out your gold? Silly food, she dug out me. And guess what he was clinging onto? The gold? Oh yes, a big gold nugget. Should be enough to get me to Boruvia. And perhaps it can even get me a dandy new cape. I don't think so, Sunshine. We had a deal. We did? Please allow me to ask a question. What was that deal again? I get you to Boruvia so you can participate in your fancy vampire banquet, and in return, I get the gold. So what about my cape? Where did you last see your cape? Don't even bother. It's a lost cause. We looked everywhere on our way here. Fought cursed chests, many-eyed monstrosities, undead goons. And I started to wonder, where in his life did this man put his cape? Where everyone puts their cape. Do you know where I put me capes? Where? In a wardrobe! Oh. His face. So you can wear it inside the wardrobe land? What? No. Kyle, maybe we could find someone to retrieve your cape for you. We could? Phenomenal. I can put out a quest for you, but for that we need a little more information.
I'm truly trying to figure out who Kyle reminds me of. Like that face right there. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, I can see it. It's the derpy face.
Or any of the imps, I guess. Do that face, Blitzo. The other one.
Moxie.
Moxie. Good luck with that.
Mixie.
First, I need to know where you last saw your cape. I was getting ready to go to the annual vampire banquet hosted by Lord Strut in Barovia. While getting dressed, I realized I couldn't find my cape. My first thought, of course, I cannot find it. The cape of invisibility is playing tricks on me. It's quite moody sometimes. Which is truly unfortunate when you want to wear it for an important event. We all know how important a fancy cape is for flaunting your vampire status. Of course. Then what was the last vampire event you wore the cape to? My wedding. Your wedding. When I married my sweet Evelyn, I simply had to wear my most treasured cape to show how important she was to me. Evelyn, the vampiric countess Evelyn, residing in Morrow Castle? That would be her. Congratulations. Are you still married? Of course not. I hate her. Every inch of her body. Turns out he just wanted...
blood.
Spit it out, leech. Oh. What? My cape! Ah, rats. Here we go again. My sweet Evelyn stole my cape. What now? That little, mean, vicious, beautiful beast, her, that thief of thieves, robbed me of my most precious possession. Wouldn't that be your heart? No, I had that taken out centuries ago. But my cape, I could never live without that. Oh, sweet, sweet Evelyn, how could you do this to me? I trusted her with all I had. That's rough, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps Innkeeper, that's your name, right?
Sure.
Do you think there's a courageous adventurer out there brave enough to retrieve my precious cape for me? I'm afraid that my sweetest Evelyn will kill me on sight if I ever set foot in her villa again. Yes, I think we can find such an adventurer. We're setting up that search right now. So, where could a brave adventurer find Morrow Castle? Deep past the abyss of dread, at the foot of a mountain range that looks like a witch's bosom. Tower the mansions of my dear Evelyn. Queen of darkness. Temptress of men. Flamenco champion of 1467. The right hero should be able to outsmart her and escape with their life. But be wary, she bites. And she may be invisible now. Alright, I think I've got everything I need. I'll write up a quest for you. I'm sure you'll have your cape back in no time. I hope so. That reminds me. Not another cursed monologue. Innkeep, quickly, another drink. I don't think I can make it through another tale of woe without some artificial stamina. I need another lagoon. I'll see what I can do.
Gonna make it from memory. No. Yes. Yes.
It's these two, right?
Yep. Huzzah! Congrats!
Some liquid stamina for a valued guest. Let me try. You got it right again. I might even last till dayfall with this. Kyle, would you like another drink as well? No, I cannot drink now that I'm consumed with thoughts of my love's betrayal. Oh, it ails me so. Everything ails ye. The whole way here you were complaining about having to walk. My bat form doesn't work like it used to. I'm out of practice and the slime weighs heavily on my shoulders. And my back is all itchy. By the dragons, could it be because you insisted on sunbathing? Can I get a drink for my headache and ear pain?
Probably be across the lagoon at that point.
Oh, all right. Innkeeper, do you have a drink to protect me from the sun? Perchance something that would also moisturize my delicate skin? I'm afraid not. Oh, That reminds me, my Aunt Matilda used to harness the power of Chimera's saliva for sun protection. A chimera? A thing, beast made out of several animals. Got 3 heads and all, made by the dragons to guard Gaia, like to eat people for breakfast. Do you have an umbrella? Yes.
The vampire.
I'm aware. I just didn't know its saliva could be so useful. Ah. If only I hadn't eaten that delectable bear chimera in the Scarlet Caves, I could have asked it for a sample of its saliva. I'm sure that would have gone over well. Actually, I might know where to find one. Really? Will you get it for me then? No. Oh. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Miss Frostgrip, dearest Rhea, perhaps we can alter our deal. Oh, nay, forget it. I ain't going. With nothing on me but a shovel and ooze goop, I'd be no match for such a beast. No problem. I can make it another quest for my trusted board. And when will it be done? Tell me, when can I walk among mortals in the glistening sunlight once more? As soon as a fearless adventurer picks it up and succeeds. Especially that part. Splendid! Did you hear that? A quest just for me. Let's leave it at 2. Say, Innkeep, while we wait for someone to do this work for him, do you perhaps have a room or two? Possibly a room without sunlight. Wouldn't want Snow White to go up in flames over here. Sure thing. I've got a couple of barred up rooms, you know. You can stay there. How much? You can pay when you leave. Grand. Seems like they gave you more personality than usual. Keep it up. Maybe you'll become a real person one day. Thank you. Enjoy your stay. You too, tasty creature. New quest!
We gotta do 2.
Okay.
Chimera. A cape. So...
Chimera.
Top right. Up.
Chimera. Deep in the Quag Mangrove resides a wyvern chimera. Its scales and claws are a valuable treasure to any alchemist. Its saliva even more so. As it happens, a certain vampire may be able to use the rare saliva to produce a sunscreen so effective that it can even walk in broad daylight. Is there an adventurer, or mouse, brave enough to confront the beast, the chimera, not the vampire, and bring back a bucket of saliva? And then... Keep. On a mild summer morning, a senile vampire came to look for his cape of invisibility at the Wayfarer's Inn. After steady questioning, the innkeeper uncovered that he lost his cape at his wedding, where his ex-wife, Countess Evelyn, stole it from him. She resides at the foot of the Witch's Wrath Peak. Venture to the peak and dare to retrieve the long-lost cape. But beware, she might be invisible. Three new friends and former enemies. 59th of the week. Do you want me to wait for you? Okay. My shipment of infusions finally arrived this morning. I now have access to some fey crystals and frozen pine cones. Together with Fable's Phoenix chilies, I have 3 infusions now. I'll unpack them later when I have some time. I have a feeling they'll be of use soon. Diplomacy is key. So, hold your thought there. I would like to know. So we got Rhea. 175. They're a blacksmith. Lawful neutral. The world. Interesting. Rhea is a hot-headed dwarf and pretty rough around the edges. She's not a fan of meaningless copy-paste NPC talk, whatever any of that means, and seems to have caught herself a lost vampire while digging for gold. Unfortunately, or so she claims, she is now stuck with him. And then Kyle. Eridu, we're chaotic neutral. A peculiar visitor looking everywhere for his beloved cape. However, it seems that he has definitely lost more than just that. Possibly also a few of his memories, and his marbles. He was once married to Lady Evelyn, a vampire countess residing in Morrow Castle, and enjoys sunbathing. Maybe a tad too much. So, Innkeep, a drink for me and this flanky pal? It's good to see you too, Lynn. She meant to say please. Welcome back, Fable. You look alive. Thank you, I am. That seems like a given. I'm just happy to see them doing well, and with a friend. We ain't friends. We're not? So you two didn't form a party? Shit, she didn't die. What do you mean? No.
Who's causing shit?
Huh? Which one? What?
I heard, what do you mean?
Nightware's like, shit, she didn't die.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Hmm?
Not Lori?
Then what's the drink about? They may be very annoying, but they did just help me solve a family feud of 10 years. So I do owe them some of your dishwater at the very least. Family feud? I wouldn't call it a feud. More of a miscommunication. No, it was a feud. I feel like feud implies a certain level of hostility. I was gonna kill him. I thought that was a joke. It wasn't. Oh. But no one died? No. Elvie here was able to prevent that. It's Fable. Whatever. Does this perchance have something to do with your quest? It does. I stopped her from killing the werewolf. Elaborate, please. I was going to kill the werewolf. They stopped me from killing the werewolf. What's not to get? A lot. I think they are confused because the quest was to save the villagers from the werewolf. And now it sounds like I saved the werewolf from you. Which I did. Kind of. I also remember you saying you didn't want the quest, Lynn. I didn't. Was there by chance. They were both stealing sheep. Was not. Sure was. Adventuring don't pay what it used to. So you steal other people's sheep. Mind your own business. How did any of this lead to a successful quest? Well, where do I start?
Beginning would help. How about the beginning?
Right. I was born on a half-crescent dreaming moon of the quest fable.
It all started
Right.
the day I was born.
The quest. The quest. Traveling there was no trouble. I know enough shortcuts to travel through the Ashen Grove swiftly. I reached the borders of Tregaron right around dusk. The Ashen Grove thins out around there, and you can catch a glimpse of the wide fields and vineyards, as well as see one farm after the other. An idyllic sight. Well, at least before sunset. Do you have trouble in the dark? Emotionally? Visually? A little. I mean, I reckon I can still see more than a human could, but darkness is darkness, and I am no owl. Thank gods, you're already weird enough. Imagine the damage you do if you could turn your head all the way around. Who says I can't? Just kidding.
Linda's already so done with, like, everyone's shit.
Anyway, luckily darkness doesn't affect my hearing. Not the normal kind. What? Nothing. Okay. I heard a creaking fence and footsteps that were failing at keeping quiet. Your ears are failing at being small. So I snuck closer and I saw a werewolf-esque shape picking up a tiny sheep. I was petting it. Well, I thought she was going to eat it, so I summoned up all my courage and I stepped out of the shadows and I said, "Good evening, werewolf. Please put down the sheep." I didn't expect them to be entirely in their right mind, of course, but I wanted to be polite. And I thought it might confuse her, and maybe that would help calm her down. It confused me, alright. Who the heck sees a werewolf and the first thing they do is greet them? A polite person? Or an insane one? It worked, didn't it? Because I ain't no werewolf. He wasn't that different. But I'm skipping ahead. To my surprise, instead of a growl, the werewolf, or not werewolf, responded with a, "What?" So the confusion plan had worked, but I hadn't really expected that response. So I said again, "Please put down the sheep." And she asked, "Why?" And I said, "Well, because stealing sheep isn't very nice." And she asked who I was. No, I asked, "Who are you? A guard?" I was about to introduce myself when we heard this blood-curdling howl. It sounded like someone had ripped a hole into the fabric of reality and then pierced it with a horrid yell. Please, it was barely a bark. And it made the blood freeze in my veins. I heard panting and heavy footsteps, and I barely dared to turn around. You turned around immediately. And when I did, I stared into the twisted face of a werewolf, yellow gleaming eyes, gleaming with jaundice. Sharp teeth, giant claws. He looked like he wanted to eat me right up. He did. But before I could beg for mercy, suddenly something rushed past me and lunged at the werewolf. When I regained my composure, Carlin and the werewolf were on the ground fighting tooth and nail. And the sheep you were holding? Obviously, I set it down at that point. Good. So you went to Fable's aid? No, that ain't it. I noticed the wolf's flannel rags. They were blue, checkered, had an uneven print. Just like the kind of stuff Uncle Dragon likes to wear. That old so-and-so. Hey, why can't I say that? Ninja. This is like Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
What the? Youth protection. The age rating system is quite harsh. Ninja, if it thundered every time I swore,
You'd swear more.
I'd swear so much. Anyway, it was dressed like Uncle Dragon, smelled like Uncle Dragon, fought like him too. I was joking when I brought it up before, you know. Haven't seen the old man in years, was coping about it by joking. That's the only way I could talk about him these days. Because of the feud. Yes. He used to be my favorite uncle, but then he changed. Became irritable and angry, distant, fought a lot with Uncle Fedor. Cared more about the moon than he did his own family. What?
Did he wear a fedora?
Eventually, he just left, ran away without a word, left us and Uncle Fedor behind, worried, senseless. Until we found a letter saying not to look for him and all their savings missing. Swore I was gonna kill him if I ever saw him again. Yeah, always thought he just couldn't face up to his problems. Turns out his solution was to get those problems as far away from everyone else as possible. Idiot. Did you talk it out with your fists? I tried, but Elfie stopped me. I'm glad they did. How did you figure that out? Well, she was yelling at him. I didn't understand half of it, but I could tell she was angry and hurt. I tried to get their attention by telling them to stop, but they wouldn't listen, so I shot an arrow right next to both of their heads. My aim was a little shaky, so I did end up grazing Mr. Dragon's ear, but it got them to stop for long enough to start listening to me. I threatened them that if they didn't stop to talk, I would shoot them both. I would have never done that, of course, but they must have believed me because they actually stopped to listen. Looked mighty scary there, little pal. Thank you.
Aw, she called him the little pal.
I sat them down and did my best to be an insurmountable obstacle between them. If they wanted to fight, they would have to go through me. That sounds rather dangerous. 'Twas. Wouldn't have stopped for them. What? You're the size of a stick. You think you could stop 2 angry wolves? Oh. Well, anyway. I used the opportunity to figure out what was going on. And that's how I found out about Mr. Dragon and Carlin and the miscommunication. Feud. The feud, sure. Turns out that after Mr. Dragon was turned, he was too ashamed to admit it. But he couldn't stop the changes and ended up hurting all the people he cared about. That's no excuse, of course. No, it ain't. If we had known, we'd have helped him best we could. At the very least, would have built a sturdy shed with scratch-proof walls for full moons. He didn't think that would have happened, though. So he decided to fix the problem by leaving, deal with it alone, and so on. But that only made it worse. Of course, he was too embarrassed to come back, so he just focused on the whole werewolf thing and not any human things or Vukakian things, so to speak. Trying to find a cure, trying to avoid the moon, trying to find a place to sleep, stealing sheep. That's something they have in common. The sheep? No, the stubbornness and the unwillingness to ask for help. But the sheep too. But they had to talk about it. That silent resentment wasn't good for either of them. And you got them to do that. The little stick is oddly persuasive. Had us talking about it before I even realized I didn't want to. Maybe because you did want to. Maybe. How did it go? Fine. We'll take some time to accept his apology. We'll have to see him change first and apologize to Uncle Fedor at the rest. But it was good to see him again. Guess a hug did feel better than a great sword in his gut. Wonderful. Of course, there's still the problem with the whole werewolf thing. Idiot got so obsessed with the cure he still can't and barely control himself. We helped him realize that even a cure couldn't change what he'd done. That he has to accept he's different now and learn how to live again. Of course, it won't be easy. No change ever is. I learned that from you. But we have a group of werewolves living near our settlement. A small community that enjoys the company of our warm trees. We play charades with them a lot, and they taught me about the phases of the 7 moons and the secrets of the moon signs. That sounds like a bunch of... It's real. You're a crescent moose. We introduced Mr. Dragon to them, and they promised they would take him in and help him deal with his lycanthropy. That sounds great. It is. It's a happy ending. I wouldn't call it an ending, rather the beginning of something new. So the end of one adventure is just the beginning of another one? Exactly. I like that. So, after your heroic therapy session, you two decided to grab a drink together? God offered to spend the day at the settlement. But they don't serve anything strong enough for my taste. Plus, Elfie was dying to get back here. Was talking about how they need to update you on everything non-stop. Would think they live here or something. I had to report back about the quest. I'm glad you did. They also started crafting something with the werewolves. Ah! Said something about it being for you and keep. Oh, really? Yeah. It's not finished yet, but I'll let you know. I promise. That wasn't that hard, was it? Well. So a drink. What can I offer you, Lynn? Surprise me with something that fits my brawn. By which I mean make me the usual. Strength never gets old.
Is it 3 strength, charisma, and a defense?
Was it this?
I was right. Southern Brawler. Why don't you trust me? No. No, pet him.
I think I wasn't going to pet him.
Pet Andu. Why are you like this? Who hurt you?
Surprise! Not bad. You should do this professionally. I'll think about it. Fable, what about you? Do you have something that'll calm me down, maybe even bring some of my agility back? Like a swift strike back to my senses. I've had a stressful day, night, morning, sequence of events.
Right, bottom right.
I was thinking about...
And I was telling. I'm not really doing a whole lot, so I could at least memorize recipes.
More?
No. Right, yeah. Swift strike. It's the sparkles in the eyes that truly get you.
Yes. Here you go. Thank you.
I don't know why I just realized that the smoke in the brawler is like a fighting pile.
Yeah. And then, like, this.
Is the leaves, yeah.
They all do something like that. Wow, this is perfect.
You're perfect.
Have you considered sleep? They do like they're going to pass out any second. So do you. Maybe sleep is a good idea. Carolyn, Lynn, do you have a place to sleep? I can sleep anywhere. It's a talent. Hey, it's you! Got it. Let me just... Lynn?
Look.
Ninja.
It's not by a talent. It took many years of practice to be able to sleep anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I actually...
I'm listening.
So we've been interviewing candidates for work.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I was, like, half asleep during one of the interviews. So much so the candidates are like, are you okay? Did you have a rough night or something? Like, no, I was just kind of thinking back about a case I was just brought up and wanted to make sure I had the right case and everything. So I played it off quite well, but definitely, could kind of, like, zone out sleep but still pay attention. And I think that's the talent right there.
Sure.
One's important.
Okay. It's depressing. I have a room available. You can stay there. Yeah.
Spud, why are you using me as your drawing pad?
Because I have a marker and you have open skin.
So if I was covered in tattoos, you wouldn't draw on it?
Depends.
I'm gonna get to connect the dot tattoos.
You can. They do that. I'm gonna tell your boss.
Oh, my boss is there. My boss knows.
Sounds good.
Because me and my boss kept looking at each other and we're like, this conversation's kind of bullshitty. Continue with the story.
I was going to. How much? I'll count it as payment for your help with the quest. Fine. Later, Elfie. See you, Tur. Are you heading home, Fable? Yes. I've been gone for a whole day. I need to get back and make sure everything is still growing correctly. Maybe take a nap first. Yes, that too. Did you enjoy your first quest? I did. It was scary and different from what I expected. And I didn't know I was so good at pretending to be charming. Have you considered that you... Oh.
Have you considered that you weren't... Yes, very good. Have you considered that you weren't pretending?
You did well, Fable. Thank you. I hope that wasn't my only adventure. I think this is just the beginning. That would be nice. Do you think I'm going to save the world one day? That's a very tall order. You're right. I am not cut out for that.
Yeah, me neither.
I didn't say that. I would just prefer it if the world didn't end. Right. But if it does, you're the first person I'd ask for help. Maybe you should ask Lynn first, but I'd be happy to be second. We'll see. Let's hope we won't. I like this world, and you have a point. We shouldn't hope for such a calamity. Even if it would make for a good song. Or a sad one. Or both. I'm going to head home now. Do that. I'll stock up on quests for you. I can't wait. See you soon. See you soon.
I think she likes you, Spud. Or I think they like you. I think they have pronouns in this game.
Good evening to you too. Oh. This quest, it wasn't here yesterday. That is correct. It seems dangerous. It is. And mysterious. Sure. Like me.
Yo, we got an edgelord here?
You can be a little less mysterious by telling me your name. Zephyr. Did the wind carry you in?
Haha, I get the joke. Zephyr is a wind spear.
No, my legs. I want that quest. Well,
Oh,
you can
he's
have
an
it.
edgelord. Oh, he's autistic.
It's a dark link. Not just literally, physically, emotionally. I want to take on that quest. Go to the castle to get the cape. I mean, yes. Well, no one has gone to the castle yet, so if someone would like to go, they would be welcome to. So you know of the castle. Yes.
I don't want to put the quest together.
It seems strange. It is. A vampire lives there. I heard rumors, whisperings, of a strange fiendish woman residing there. What a coincidence. Me too. Has she ever frequented your tavern? No, not recently. But she has. Once had a vampire mixer. Interesting. So she was only here at night? Yes. Am I reading this tonnage correctly?
Yes. It's very blatant.
Would you say she was unnaturally pale? No, she had a lot of makeup on. But below that mask, sure, Yes. Would guess she looks pretty dead below that. What kind of drink did she order? Blood. Interest. You sell blood? Of course. Whose blood? Did you hear about wolves avoiding the castle? Really? All of them? Yes. She has a lot of werewolf traps set up, but all animals seem to steer clear of Morrow Castle. They say its doors are always locked, so nothing can go inside or leave. And anything that tries to merges into her land in one way or another. As a grave, a pile of decorated bones, dirt feeding, rotting flowers. They say death clings to her doorstep like an everlasting melody. Sounds like a strange place. Like a tomb for something still alive. Or for a goth. Goth or vampire. She seems to be a thief. It appears so. Do you not sympathize with that? Thievery is an honorable skill, but it must be performed in secret. What is this face?
Is he blushing?
Sure. Or you're not worth the coins your pocket. Or worth the coins you pocket. Also, stealing a man's cape is just plain rude. I suppose. Only thing worse than that is stealing a man's hat. Not if it's cursed. Especially then. Point is, if you can't defend yourself from having your trophies reclaimed, you must live with the consequences. The consequences being you? Exactly. It definitely sounds like you know what you're doing. Of course I do. I am one with the shadows and the wind, gone before they even notice I'm there.
So you want a swiftness potion?
So you could easily swipe something else along with the cape, right? Certainly. Gold, gemstones, other treasures, whatever pays the bills. What about some interior decorations? Like what, for example? Just something to pretty up my tavern a little bit. What?
I just love that we're like, hey, you seem pretty good at your job. Yeah, and? How about,
you steal something nice for me.
You give me something good as a trophy. We'll slide you a little extra. I'll give you a potion on the house.
Hey? Maybe something useful that also doubles as a decoration? Like a chair? Stealing a whole chair sounds a little too ambitious for your first quest with me. Hey, important question. Can you, hit on people in this game? I think we're literally flirting with everyone, to be honest.
Asking for a friend. Because, if we can, how you doing, Lynn? Lynn straight to the point, wants to brawl, wants to fight. Seems warm.
Fuzzy, you know.
Yeah.
Has scars.
Scars.
I'd prefer something smaller, like a little trinket. My walls are still a bit empty. Wait, you're being serious? Absolutely. A memento that once belonged to an eccentric vampire sounds like a wonderful addition to the tavern. I'll see what I could do. You won't be disappointed. Well then, I trust you to deliver yourself to her doorstep and the cape back to me, along with a neat little addition to my interior design. Sounds like I'll need a few stamps. Would you like some? No, too traceable. How about a drink then? I could do with one of those. I heard your drinks inspire.
That's important.
I heard your drinks inspire transformations of great magnitude. Allow you to dip into parts of yourself that you weren't previously aware of. Raise yourself up from your shadow. Say, what do you trade them for?
Secrets? How about... Let's go with secrets. We're a little conniving here.
Secrets. I have many. Grant me one. I shall. I know this may come as a shock to you, but I was here before. Just yesterday. You may not remember because you barely noticed me in the shadows. I was so stealthy, I spent hours just watching you from afar. That is definitely a secret. You cleaned a lot of glasses, served everyone with a smile. You looked so worried after the adorable green one left, like you thought they might trip straight into a monster's maw. And you're swift with your hands and fast with the knife. Alright, enough secrets. You may have one of my renowned drinks, and some of my renowned infusions. In fact, I just got a fresh shipment today. Was finally able to unpack them. Infusions. Intriguing. What vile magic do you have to offer? For your purposes, I think you could benefit from either a fey crystals or a frozen pine cone. The frozen pine cones have absorbed some nature's icy properties. They can help you form a magical frost barrier that will hurt those trying to harm you. The fey crystals hail straight from Avalon, allegedly. If consumed, they'll turn you invisible, eventually, and for a bit, the duration is a bit unpredictable. I've also got some phoenix chilies, but I don't think those would be very useful for your situation. Interesting. So what dark depths of yourself are you looking to explore? I fear that Lady Evelyn may be of the undead nature, so I must be strong and vigorous if I want my stake in her heart before her fangs are near my neck. Though that does sound appealing. Strength I can do. Some frost armor should help with the fangs. Or perhaps the smarter route would be to evade her wrath entirely. To out-stealth her and steal the cape from right under her pale nose, so that she may lie in the shame of having lost against me. I think such an approach would require a certain amount of dexterity, and some invisibility could help with the staying unseen should my speed and agility not be enough. Help me with this decision and keep your wisdom is no secret, is it?
So what's your impression, Split?
Just let him be eaten. But
You want him to fight it out?
I don't know. Alright, I should make sure to keep an eye on the coaster shape so that I mix the correct recipe. Maybe I should even try adding an infusion first and adjusting the drink from there. Let's give it a try. Okay, so they either want a swift stroke
Strike?
or...
Did you have a stroke?
What did I say?
You said swift stroke.
Yeah, that's not what I said.
It's a swift strike, Slode.
Or brawler. So brawler or strike.
I would say strike.
Strike, okay.
Strike with invisibility. He's a thief. He's not a brawler.
So...
Fake crystal.
So... that.
Yeah.
Oh. And what do we say? Pine cones?
No.
Crystals?
Yes. In the glass.
Okay. Yeah.
Right, bottom right. Do another right.
This one?
No, mid right. Hmm. Can you go back to the infusions? Go over to the left one.
This one?
No, up here. Okay, no, that's never mind. Hit that. Mostly play for fun and go to that. And that one. Now I have access to that. Yeah, I guess you gotta dump it.
Like that?
Yeah, and do the bottom one. Yeah, I guess. Sparkly eyes.
Add any infusion to mix a drink of your choice. Here you go. I drank that all vampire sphere. Garlic breath? Not quite, but that's a good name. May I steal it? You don't ask for permission before you steal something and keep. Then it's no longer a clever ruse, but a mere trade. I see. Did you hear about my new drink, the garlic breath? Huh. Good one. It tastes like, not garlic, but just as fearsome to a vampire. You don't find garlic scary? No, only the absence of it. Good man.
Yes, correct.
That makes two of us. Hopefully this will help me evade her. I'm not prepared for a fight, but I won't need one if my steps are as swift and quiet as the wind. And if she can't see me. Goodbye and keep. I would say pray that the sun will carry me back to you. But my hopes do not lie with the realm keepers, and I shall be damned if they control my fate. Expect to need me again after the next sunfall. If you do not, speak of vengeance. Vengeance makes for an early grave, or for a good story. Farewell.
Bye, Zephyr.
I love this drawing.
Yeah.
Air Echo 25, he, they, rogue, chaotic good. Interesting. Zephyr is a difficult character, to say the least. They're so caught up in their own fantasies of an edgy rogue that they seem to be stuck talking, or brooding, like one too. He likes all things dangerous and mysterious, or at least he pretends he does. Or for a bitter end. Lynn!
You seem happy.
Oh. She's got a bow in her hair. I'm taking this quest.
Then turn around.
And a drink. Great. Did you sleep well? What? Sleep? How was it? Ah, fine. Too long. Didn't sleep that much in ages. Sounds like you needed it. No, your beds are just too comfortable. It was hard to get up. So this is you.
Shut up.
Of course. My apologies. I'll make sure to take your feedback into consideration.
At the edge of their hair.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was watching the replay.
Would you like a drink as compensation? Think I already said that. Maybe something strong that'll wake me up. And keep me up, too.
Think she wants a brawler?
Yeah, probably.
You give her an infusion?
What, chilies?
What quest did she take?
I think probably this one.
Alright.
Considering it's the only quest left.
Well, what are the infusion types again? Now we have the frost. Fire resistant. Fight enemies, or spreading ashes, helps bunch fighting. Sonic creatures, but does not protect against lava. What about the Frostpine cone? Frostpine solution when it comes to protection against anything. Slap that one down.
This one?
Yeah. Pine cone. A little something extra. Alright. So should be 2 of that and 1 left side. Let's go. She has first, she'll keep cold warm.
Something strong coming right up. That is strong. Just the right amount of too much. Maybe I should call this drink the Curlin. No, you shouldn't. Anyway, the quest. Yes, the quest. I'm taking it. So you said? I see it is my turn to make conversation. I miss Fable. Isn't it a bit too soon for another quest? You just returned. It has been hours since I've done anything but sleep, chat, and drink. I am getting antsy, you know? If I sit still for too long, I feel like my bones are disintegrating and I forget who I am. I think that's called boredom. It's torture. That too. Well, boring is not what I would call this quest in the slightest. Stealing from a chimera for a vampire sunscreen couldn't get more reckless than that. It could be by taking Elfie along. Fair point. Please don't. I won't. So the saliva's for a vampire sunscreen. Can't a vampire get their chimera goo themselves? It's a wyvern chimera. Vampires and fire don't mix too well. Also, if everyone just did their own quests, the quest economy would be in shambles. Suppose that'd be terrible for your business. Indeed. Have you ever encountered a chimera before? No, not a real one. Got me thinking, ain't it kind of blasphemous to steal from a draconic guardian? Depends. Are you religious? Guess not. Then no. Would it be if I was? Don't think so. Chimeras steal riches all the time, and they were created to be guardians by the protectors of the realms. So, stealing something to protect someone else seems in line with the doctrine. Good thing you ain't a priest. You do a piss poor job. Thank you. Is blasphemy what you're most worried about? I ain't worried. Okay. Nervous? Ain't that either. Then what is it? Excitement, I suppose. Excitement?
That's a weird excitement face.
Don't laugh. I'm not laughing. I'm asking.
I'm generally confused and a little intrigued.
Ah. Yes, excitement. I've never encountered a guardian before, and I've always sort of wanted to. Why haven't you? Ain't exactly easy to find one, or to survive one. This seems like a great opportunity for you then. It is. What's it about guardians? It's less about the guardian and more about what created it. And maybe a little about the chimera. It's got a dragon head, right? Yes. Modeled after its creator, I would guess. So, let me rephrase that. What is it about dragons and chimeras with dragon heads? They're cool. Also, when I was little, my Baba used to tell me bedtime stories about the dragons every night. She was a great adventurer and encountered many of their creations on her journeys. Not sure if it's true, but she always claimed she met each of the realm keepers themselves. Had a little keepsake from them all and all. My sword's one of them. Passed it on to me before she passed? Left. One day she was just gone. I think she wanted to spend her last moments somewhere else. Like to think she visited one of her dragons one last time. Family has a leaving problem. At least she left her savings alone. That sword and her stories are all I have left of her. Going on this quest, it almost feels like I'm stepping into a memory of hers. Did she ever tell you about a wyvern chimera? No. It was the only kind she never encountered. Had quarrels with those feline ones, different varieties of scales, even a cow one, I think, but never found a wyvern one in all her years. It would have been nice to be able to tell her the story when I return. If I return. I'm sure you will. You can tell the story to me. I don't know if I make for a good baba, but I do enjoy a good tale. I'll think about it. You already got me talking too much. This is you talking too much. So, you like dragons?
I do.
They're fascinating creatures. Very interesting. Very magical. They are fascinating and magical. Used to pretend I was one when I was little. Really wanted their magic and their wings. You can just ask them for their magic. Not sure about their wings. I ain't a priest either. Besides, I'm a warrior. Don't do all that magic. Why not? I like my sword and my muscles. They're a good combo. And I don't need to rely on anyone. Not even dragons.
Okay, but hear me out. A spell sword. Imagine swinging your sword, and even if you miss, it fires a fireball by reacting. Or you hit the ground, and then it causes, like, fissures. That'd be cool.
A little help never hurt anybody.
You swing your sword across the air and just a wind cutter.
A little self-reliance don't either.
I'm being ignored.
If you say so.
I do say so.
Does that mean you don't want a drink to pep you up, Lynn? Didn't say that. I see. That doesn't count as help. It's prepayment for me taking on your quest. Sure? You'll be happy to hear that I have some incredible infusions to offer that could greatly help with your quest. Nah, that sounds unnecessarily complicated. Let's keep it simple. I already gave. Alright, what can I get you then? Reckon a little bit of a boost for this body couldn't hurt. Heard they're quick and toothy, so I need to be hardy for its bite. Some defense might come in handy. Or something for the brain. Baba talked quite a lot about how much they enjoyed a good ruse. Maybe I can outsmart it with the right play. But I need some intelligence for that. Won't be risking it all on a bad idea. Are you sure you don't want any infusions? Just a little bit of a phoenix chili would make you fire resistant. That could be very useful in a fight. Dragons, you're stubborn. Sure, I'll try one. And on the topic of trickery, no. One is enough. Either you mix defense with your weird chilies or you go heavy on the intelligence. Don't need any more of your fancy tricks. I don't care which one you pick. That's your job. Figure it out.
Figure it out.
Alright, Ninja. What are we doing?
Throw the chilies in there first. Alright. Well, probably should just do the brawling. Or no, they said... Dump that real quick. Alright. I'll go back to the journal. Okay, yeah. Do the defense.
The Frosted Lagoon.
Yes. Nope. Nope. Correct.
Can it really be called a Frosted Lagoon if you put chilies in there?
Yeah, no.
Call it Icy Hot. The Todoroki, if you will.
No. I love doing that, like, voice with slow down.
Figured it out. Thanks. Feeling tougher already, and dangerously close to catching on fire myself. Think I could almost take a dragon like this. Let's stay grounded. How urgent is the sunscreen? Pretty urgent. The sun tends to not take a break, even for vampires. Maybe you should sunbathe less then. That might solve his problems. Might. But when has an easy solution ever been fun? Good point. I'll see what I can do. Maybe they got some mice in that mangrove. Good luck. Won't be needing it. I'll be waiting to hear of your exploits upon your return. And then she was gone. The Starlight Sonata, 60th of the week.
Why, hello there, elf.
Quick.
Probably more druid.
Hey, Innkeep. Hiya, Chrissy. Long time no see. So true. I've been pretty busy this hatching season. A lot to do. Yeah. The birds seem to be in a slight uproar, like something is amiss. I just can't figure out what. Animals often have a sixth sense, you know. They do indeed. Anyways, hand over a drink, will you? Of course. What will it be this time? Something for the wits again. You know me well. Too well, I guess. That's the curse of being a regular. Eventually I'll have you all figured out. I hate to disappoint you, but you're wrong today. Am I now? Yes. I'm quite confident in the capabilities of my mind and wits. Of course. So, what I'll need instead is something to protect me from weather or foe, so I'm steeled for any situation. That makes sense. I'll see what I can do.
Forced you were born.
Liquid seal, just a bit more digestible. This is exactly what I need for my trip. Where are you headed anyways? Oh, to the island of Boreas. I want to reconnect with some friends at the annual Borean Art Convention. Isn't Boreas difficult to reach? Not exactly a place known for its population. The convention is especially for creatures like sylvan spirits, trolls, and the like. They'll also be electing the scariest monster for the next issue of Screech Magazine.
Okay, I can appreciate the magazine.
That sounds exciting. It'll be a sight to behold for sure, but do you know what I'm most excited about?
Nymphs.
No. They're pretty, don't get me wrong, but definitely not the reason why I'm going to Boreas. That'd be Fable's reason. You're so right. If you do happen to meet a nymph, greet them for me. Sure. Now that we know what I'd be excited for, how about you? The geyser in hot springs, especially around this time of year when the mornings are still a bit chilly and the sun tickles the sky on the horizon. That sounds lovely. I'm sure those things will be nice muses too. Bet. I'm bringing an extra set of paints this time so I don't run out again. I mean, Fable taught me how to make some from flowers and berries, but Borean flora is unsuitable for things like that. Seems like you're well prepared either way. Absolutely. How are the birds doing apart from being in distress? Well, the cinnamon green cheek conures are growing up to be such a lovely bunch. I can't wait to release them back into the wild once they're strong enough. With your care, they'll be ready in a heartbeat. I'm guessing you're taking Ruby and Merlin along to the convention? Of course. As for the others, I obviously can't take them with me. But I asked Fable to look after everyone. In exchange, I'll teach them how to grow zucchini. Speaking of which, I want to leave my keys under their doormat. Sorry for the short stay, but I gotta hurry or else I'll miss my boat. It's quite the walk to their treehouse. And you don't want to have to compensate me for that, do you? I wouldn't mind, but I also don't want you to be late to your convention. Well then, so long, Innkeep. See you soon. Good evening. Good evening, Fable. Did you have a good day? I did. I visited Mr. Dragon and the other werewolves. Told them about Carlin's quest and the Wyvern Chimera. Oh, so you heard about that. She told me before she left, in case she told me some things to pass on to Mr. Dragon that I can't repeat here. I think she's happy he's back. I think so too. Do you have tea with the werewolves? Of course, we had a grand time together. I mentioned how much fun I had with the moon signs. So they taught me more about the stars in their hidden meetings. Which stars? Both sets. They specialize in Cassiopeia.
Cassiopeia?
Cassiopeia. You know, the night sky constellations on the astral plane and all?
No, I don't.
But they have one astrologer who knows a lot about their reflections in the pools of the primordial sea.
What's primordial so fun to say?
And she promised to teach me about that too. I can't wait to learn about how the sea mirrors, echoes, distorts the constellation. That's how she pitched it. Exciting, right? Very. That's what I thought. So well, what is it, Fable? I may or may not have finished that little gift I was talking about yesterday.
Ooh, baby.
Or rather, that Lynn was talking about. You know, the little keepsake from my time with the werewolves. Yes, I recall. A reminder of my very first successful quest. I just didn't know if you... I like trinkets. Oh! What is it? It's a piece of embroidery of a constellation. The werewolves taught me how to do it. While the astrologer told us stories and myths about the stars and their twin reflections, I imagine it to be a constellation from a faraway realm. I call it the Little Dipper.
Aw, let's set it up there.
It does look a little bit like the Dipper. I think it could also be a Big Dipper.
It's not very curved. You must be protected. It does look a bit like a Little Dipper.
Using a lot of imagination. Who knows, maybe there's a world out there with this exact configuration of stars in the night sky.
Wouldn't it be nice?
There might be. Maybe the Little Dipper is part of a larger constellation. A bear, for example. A bear? Innkeep, I think you might be the one dreaming something up now. Most likely. Are you fond of the stars surrounding us? I do like to watch them from time to time. Oh, really? Do you prefer the stars of the astral or the primordial sea? You said you like primordial. So much reading. Yes, it's called a visual novel.
Luckily, Explode has a wonderful voice to listen to.
I hope.
I've been enjoying it. I just keep getting pings from certain people. the Primordial Sea, who don't want us to buy things for their birthdays.
And yet they keep mentioning their birthday.
Excuse you. Not you, Shiny. I don't know, did you message me, Shiny? I know we were messaging earlier, but that was to schedule things.
I don't have any messages.
You're in the fucking group!
I didn't get a message.
Excuse you? God bless. No, I'm playing COD.
Joke on a tick. Well, I'm too busy reading to answer my phone.
Well, fine. Continue your reading with the Primordial Sea.
Really? Somehow that fits. Your magic reminds me of it. A mere coincidence. You'll have to give me your birth data soon so I can calculate your birth chart.
Really?
If that's okay with you, of course. It is. I'll write it all down for you. That's great. Thank you. I think you may be a double jackdaw, are you? We'll see. We will.
Do we have to put our birthday?
I don't know. Until then, care for a drink to wind down? Or something more zesty, perhaps?
Can we just put today's date, but 34 years ago?
Why 34?
I don't know.
A drink, please. I think I figured out how to make my own zest. Happy to hear that, Fable. But drinks, not sure how to make those just yet, especially those with the right balance. I'll still have to make the rounds around the grove later, so could you make me something that will keep me awake and agile? Do you think you know me well enough to guess what I might need?
I'm already on it.
Thank you. One moment.
Hey, what a swift potion. Right, bottom right. Hey, can I have a phone number and transfer information to get a discount on a phone? Phone numbers. Yeah. No? You trying to steal my phone number there, Night Warrior? I needs it.
If you're trying to get someone's phone number, you gotta be crafty, like, hey, I lost my number. Can I have yours?
Hey, can I have your number? Can I have it? Can I have it? The back of your head looks ridiculous.
Anyways. Ding. Here. Thank you. This is delicious. You always know what I need. For the same drink. I think you may also need a break, so maybe stay a while before heading back. It sounds like a good idea. I'll just idle here for a bit, if that's okay. Always. Enjoy your rest, Fable. Thank you.
Hi, Kyle.
Still got that goo on you, huh? Greetings, Innkeep. Greetings, Kyle. Greetings, green creature. Greetings, Mr. Vampire. Oh, how polite. Are you enjoying your drink? I am, thank you. Then I shall leave you to its inspiring aftertaste. Innkeep, say, did you move your inn by any chance? It took me hours to find it.
Free phone for a number transfer. No, not worth it.
Did we move the tavern?
Huh?
Did we move the tavern?
We did not.
Are you sure? I believe new alleyways may have formed themselves around your establishment, with winding paths and dark corners. Anything can be hidden within them. Like a vampire? No, silly snack. I don't need to hide.
Who does he think we are, Mama Hawk?
Except during games of hide and seek. I am very good at those. Maybe the inn wanted to play around with you. Mayhaps, but it underestimated my skill. As a 3-time hide-and-seek world champion, I would never lose to such a youngling of an inn. It's not that young. The wood isn't even rotting yet, dear innkeep. It still has many eons ahead of it. I like the sound of that. As a celebration of the match well won, may I offer you a drink? Yes, I think that would be well deserved. Has that delicious blood of yours made it onto the menu yet? Not yet. Shame. Then I shall have some of that blood. I almost said fox because I was just reading. Again, it does make my bones feel more sturdy. Coming right up.
Left and right. Bottom right.
But first.
No.
What? Some faux blood for your bones. Enjoy. Ah, this is perfect, innkeep. The only thing that could make me happier would be a drink lovingly titled The Innkeeper's Vein. Keep dreaming, Count Dracula. Speaking of dreams, how is the retrieval of my cape coming along? Swimmingly. Well, actually, I think there's a very little water involved. I wouldn't be so sure. My dear Evelyn has a beautiful pond filled with long-toothed spine guppies in her courtyard. Hey, Splode, your voice is so beautiful. Can I have your number so I hear you some other time? There, is that better?
Actually, yeah.
Very well done.
But no.
But no.
I just memorized Splode's number after 8 years.
Took you 8 years?
Well, you didn't really ever make me feel guilty for not memorizing it until this past year. So I never bothered.
I've known your number for...
My number's easy. It repeats itself.
So is mine! Nope.
No, wait. Oh. Yeah, now it's catching.
Okay.
Yes, Flood, I'm gonna read your number online.
I didn't listen. I'm just making sure.
Wow. Alright, no worry, if you caught that, you'll have my phone number, I guess.
It's her pride and joy. I would hope no one is swimming in that. But I have sent someone on your quest. I'm sure he'll be returned soon, and you and your cape will be reunited. Marvelous. Speaking of inseparable teams, where's Rhea? Oh, she's taking the day off. She demanded vacation time, so I said she could choose any day, and she chose today. I was going to also take a day off and spend her vacation with her. But when I wanted to follow her to the market, my sleeve caught on fire, and my hand, and my hair. So I was forced to stay back due to my allergies. The weeping amaryllis pollen is very bad this time of year. And the sun. The sun is also bad for vampires. It is? Yes. Right. I need sunscreen. It is in the works. Did you get to see the market later? I did. It was beautiful, colorful, and full of music that would make anyone's heart dance. But I couldn't find Rhea anywhere, so I felt a little lonely. Luckily, I managed to make a new friend in no time, very tall and brooding, just how I like them. I inquired if I could try on his dark armor of swirling shadow and onyx bone, but he said if I tried to take it from him, he would turn me to ash. Sorry, I just want a free phone. Can't you give, like, a fake number? What a jokester. Dark armoring of swirling shadow and onyx bone? Yes, a true connoisseur of fashion. He's just visiting, he said. Had some great crepe recommendations. Plum crepes with ash sprinkles? Yes, they tasted deliciously dead. I see.
I like the little photo at the other side. Just
Oh.
it looks like worms are just dropping into a calcifer.
A little bit.
Except watching calcifer looked horrified is a weird state. Usually calcifer is the one making people horrified. Mail your bacon bun. I've never seen that, by the way.
I know. I see. I hope you enjoyed your evening together. We did, though I feel like he asked something of me. I promised I would remember. Perhaps he wanted my cape? Many people want my cape. Perhaps. But I would have never agreed to that. It is my cape, after all. Maybe he wanted my Pasca recipe?
Pasca.
What is that?
Oh.
Is it good? Is it good? Very much so. Then I'd like it as well. Oh, yes, you. Me. He asked me about you. Now I gotta give...
Romanian Easter bread.
What?
Traditional Romanian Easter bread, touch sweetness with fresh lemon zest.
Interesting.
It looks like a giant lemon Danish.
A little bit. He asked me about you. Me? Yes. Said he's an old friend of yours. He was very curious about how your inn is doing. I sang your praises, of course, so he asked me to deliver you greetings. And congratulations on the well-run establishment. How did he phrase it? Deliver my congratulations on the faux peace your precious innkeep has found in their house of denial.
So what you do is you go to Mint Mobile, get the like $15 plan, or like I think another one's like H2O wireless, the $10 plan, and then transfer it to T-Mobile. Get a free phone and call it a day. So it won't be free, but you're still doing everything.
Okay, really quick. I wanted to...
Want to break free? Y'all okay wherever the fuck you were?
That one person's on here. Whatever. Very poetic, if you ask me.
The druid?
Yeah. Very. If only I could remember his name. Does my description of him ring any bells for you? No, I'm afraid not. Too bad. He must be an old childhood friend. Maybe you went to school together. I heard many friendships are formed in such halls. Maybe. Do you want to tell me more about your time at the market? Most certainly. I found the loveliest of trinkets, like a little stuffed bear with a tiny raincoat and a crescent elder moon necklace. I found a gorgeous sun charm as well. I bought it for Rhea as a welcome back from vacation gifts. That's very sweet. Your friend bought a delightful raven figurine with eyes of starlight. Please don't call him that. We should never deny our friends, even if we don't remember them. I don't remember any of my friends. Alas, I still love them, even if their memory lives on only in my heart. Anyhow, he said it was a gift to himself to celebrate the dawning of the month of the astral moon. Oh, I love Cassiopeia so dearly. She is the most beautiful month, is she not? A haven of starlight reflected in the primordial sea below. Only once a year is she this close to us, and only then for a short period of time. To me, she is a harbinger of yearning and of change. I wonder how we'll change this month. I hope to be more careful, or capeful, and sunscreen by the end of it. Maybe even a little less alone. What about you? Mint Mobile uses T-Mobile.
Itch.io Wireless, they use AT&T.
Who do you think could voice act Kyle?
I feel like Sharp can do the dramatic, like, posh. Or like Gene with his sarcastic voice.
What about Rhea?
Shiny. Blunt and done with the shit.
And what about, what was it, Zephyr?
Who am I?
Yeah, so what about Zephyr?
Who am I?
Lynn.
Aren't you, Lynn?
No, I put you as Lynn.
But Splode, I'm more of an edgelord than you. We'll make Civ.
Civ can be Zephyr?
Civ could be the edgelord.
Oh, Lord.
Or Icy.
Icy? I don't think Icy can be edgelord enough.
No. I'll stick with Civ then. I don't really know who is like edgelord. Like, I know Civ will do it like as a joke.
I like the way I am, but I wouldn't say no to stocking up on more ingredients. Ah, the refusal to change is dangerous, Innkeeper. Change always comes to those who deny it the most. By the end of the astral moon, we shall no longer be who we once were. That sounds like a threat. By no means. Maybe it promises mourning, but maybe celebrations also, could it not? For example, my dear Rhea hated vampires when she met me, and now she likes me. True change can occur before the stars change, it seems.
Still think she hates you, but it's probably not what we want to say.
Whatever you want, I will click it.
I want to hate Kyle so much, but that face. You are hard to dislike.
Oh, how sweet of you. As sweet as my blood, I have a love of it, a lot of it. I would hope you do. And it runs warm when people are kind to me. In all my millennia, kindness has always made me the happiest. There is nothing greater than friendship, don't you agree? And nothing more fragile. That makes it all more precious. That reminds me, I forgot a crucial part of the message. Our dear friend Stranger told me that he would like to see you again. He said, what was it? Don't think too hard about it. Ah, of course, the letter. The letter? The polite young man gave me a letter to deliver to you. What a sweet gesture. I shall pass it on to you forthwith. Thank you. Are you not going to open it? No, I don't think now's the right time for a letter. Not enough moonlight. But wouldn't it be kind of romantic, longingly dwelling in the memories of a friend? It would go so well with the fireworks. What fireworks? I have no clue. He said he hopes you'll enjoy them. Fireworks, doesn't that sound lovely? I hope they aren't part of a private event. I think that would be difficult to do with fireworks. I don't mean to interrupt, but... Oh. I think the town is on fire.
Interesting.
What is it, little fawn? Look outside. I think the fireworks have started. Oh, how beautiful. They're falling from the sky. Hello, little fireworks. Sparkle on. Those aren't fireworks. They're stars. Is that supposed to happen? Picking up the pieces. First with the astral. Did you want me to do another day?
Hold on a sec. Like, I'm not opposed for, like, another day. Give us 3 hours.
Okay.
So, it looks like there's 3, 4x. So yeah, if you want to do like another day or two into this, it's probably like a 3-day stream for us.
Okay.
Cricket Wireless is too expensive for that. I said H2O Wireless. They use AT&T. I think they have like $10 phone or $10 things.
I didn't realize there's like a whole map here, Ninja.
Oh boy.
I'm glad the inn wasn't severely damaged by the falling stars, though it did take me nearly the whole day to finish all those little repairs. The building might still look a little battered, but it could be worse. Hopefully none of my customers got hurt yesterday. It's not much, but I should surprise them with a new drink on the menu. That way whoever comes in can get at least a small taste of normalcy. Sunny breeze. I think this sounds like a good plan. Into your girl. They have a little turtle.
Is she a pirate?
She a Genasi? Jade. She's Jade.
Yo, what up, Jade?
Didn't think you'd showed up again after last time. No hard feelings. Remind me again, who started that whole brawl? No clue, actually. Must have slipped my mind. Would a drink help you remember? If I wanted to chat about it, maybe, but you know how much the remnants of the past bore me. Then let's focus on the present. Let's. I didn't come all this way to revel in old times, after all. Although, I brought you something I knew you'd find useful, just in case you did remember who started the brawl. Oh, this is interesting. Let me see.
Is it the turtle?
It's some thunder sage, found it on one of my jobs, but didn't have any use for it. Just don't try to boil tea out of its leaves. Tastes dreadful. Numbs your tongue. You seem to be speaking from experience. Your tavern seems to be getting on in years. Seems like nothing can escape the grip of time. Wasn't even sure if it was still open. Is it that bad? I guess some would say age adds character. And what would you say? I'd say you've gotten old. Ouch. Don't take it personally. You've still got some of your old...
Appeal?
Yes. You can be honest, you know. You're not my type. That's okay. Perhaps your drinks are my type, though. What can I serve you? Something that'll keep my mind sharp. You never know what will come your way next. Gotcha. So this...
Let's look at that new infusion. Keep your mind sharp with just nothing but brain power.
Wayne juice! I could serve it to her. It's super funny. Anyways, we got the sunny breeze. It's very charismatic. It's Thunder Sage. Inspirations. See the ability to extraordinarily motivate other people or persuade them to tell the truth.
We want a...
Sparkling Nebula?
Yeah, why not?
We haven't made this. Here you go.
No, you can keep that in there.
No, it's fine.
Because this can also help with the truth. It complements the drink.
So sparkly. Right, Andu? Never Andu. Perhaps you'll find this appealing. Now that's what you call a drink. Maybe you haven't gotten on in here so much after all. Well, some things never wither. What are you doing in Zenith these days? Keeping up to date, checking out the latest town gossip after my most recent gig. Your most recent gig? I finished up a job in this, Plains. A sandworm kept terrorizing a group of seal wool merchants at the edge of the mountains, or at the plains. I myself am very fond of those creatures, and they just mind their own business, but sometimes, they gotta eat. But you know how it is, something's gotta pay the bills after all. So, I took the gig. It was a cushy job, though I still managed to get sand between my teeth. Luckily, it was only a sandworm, and not one of those mimics that pretend to be part of the local fauna, and snap. Gone you are. Anyway, I also heard about some unrest in Zoford from one of the local merchants and decided to go take a look. Zoford, the seaport? Yeah. Always considered it a rather calm area. It was. It still is. Sometimes, at least. Initially, I thought the unrest was related to the local thieves guild, so I went there to deal with some bandits, look at their most wanted list and cash out. There was no real challenge though, so I didn't pick up anything. Other than a few hushed whispers at the marketplace, that is. Something about some archmage's familiar that went missing or whatever. Perhaps a job for you? I'm not a welfare association. Like, what do I care about missing familiars if no one's going to pay me, you know? Of course. I was more interested in hearing about the undead on the other side of the country than my colleagues were mumbling about. So I came here, and naturally I couldn't resist coming by to see how you were holding up.
I mean, we're doing pretty well, I'd say.
Doing very well, thank you. Well, that's good news, especially considering the state of your tavern.
Yo, what the fuck?
It's not that bad.
Why do you keep, like, shitting on my tavern?
And remember, you picked her out of all the characters. You're like, her. I like her.
I mean, that's fine. I'm enjoying our banter.
That's probably all it is. It's not that bad.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's just like two people
Sure.
just kind of like fucking with each other.
Sure. Whatever you say. So, do you know anything about those undead? Not really. I've been a bit occupied with cleaning up this mess. The tavern was just a tad affected by some recent incidents. What do you mean? The shooting stars? Shooting stars? It's much more serious than that. Innkeeper, a drink please. Perhaps something to boost my defenses. I'll have to be equipped for every possible situation after this kind of morning. Coming right up. Defense, you say?
Wait, give her some frost armor too. No. That's already 1 point. I actually don't. Is it intelligence? It's, no, charisma.
Wish I could, like, feed him stuff. Like, if he had snacks or something here, like, just give him. Please, enjoy. Like dragon scales. Sturdy, strong, flawless.
I was gonna say, she's like some Dragonite, isn't she?
Maybe. I'm glad I could impress.
Just
You have no idea how much this catastrophe has affected the poor citizens of Zenith. And my day off. I can only imagine what scars it must have left on the rest of the country. I mean, if some star rain managed to affect not only the tavern, but also the whole city, it must have been pretty bad. Speaking of which, I'd be happy to help you fix this place up. If the money's right, of course. No, thank you. I'm closing up early today and tomorrow to take care of things. Alright, Chief. The offer stands. What? You don't really believe it was just shooting stars, do you? What else would it have been? Have you not seen the damage? Last time I checked, shooting stars were flaming comets traveling through the firmament of Cassiopeia. Sometimes they crash on Gaia. Rarely, but it happens. Nothing I would worry about. Just an average Genesis for me. Cassiopeia helped me. What? Do you know something I don't? Perhaps. Oh, do enlighten me, please. Well, it seems you're not aware of who you're talking to. Nope. My name is Alethea Anwar. I'm a devotee of the great dragon Cassiopeia, bringer of change and lady the gilded sea. I fight for those that cannot fight for themselves, bring justice to those who would bring doom. And I am very aware of when something is wrong with the firmament. Cool. Pleasure to meet you, Alethea. Now, trust me when I tell you, this was more than just your average asteroid shower. I'm bad at trusting strangers, but go ahead. I believe something way worse happened. What? I know the stars fell from the sky. Literally. Usually I reside in the Aperture. It's a temple in the far northeast dedicated to Cassiopeia. But for my niece's birthday, I decided to take a few days off and visit her, to take her to the carnival on the outskirts of Zenith. We were just on our way back when suddenly, right above us, the sky was ablaze with millions of stars raining down on Gaia. I'm very attuned to the realm of Cassiopeia, the harbor of all luminaries of the firmament. Just say astral realm. That wouldn't do the place justice, but what would you know? It's vast and yet so full of beauty. It's an ocean with a glistening surface, home to creatures beyond our comprehension. It's the theological term for it. Anyways, I noticed something was off the moment it happened, perhaps even a tad beforehand. Like the feeling of impending doom when all the hairs on your neck stand up and you know there's a creature lurking somewhere in the shadows. Exactly. Which is why, in keep, I came here right after fulfilling my duties this morning. So many were hurt. It's a matter close to my heart figuring out what happened. After inquiring with those affected, many referred to you and your tavern. If anyone had any intel, it'd be you, they said. They did? Yes.
I mean, we did read a letter and had a note.
We did read it.
Well, we had a note from the vampire saying,
enjoy the fireworks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I imagine I know even less than you do. I was hoping to find some clues at least to help me start with my investigation. Well, they could ask around for you, I'm sure. Would you do that? I can certainly try. Good. In the meantime, I shall do what I do best, aid those in need, and perhaps find out more about this disaster. Why? What? Why are you so nonchalant about all of this? Things like this happen all the time, and people like you fix them. Thus, not my problem. People like me are the reason people like you can continue living like that. I didn't ask for any help. There will be a time when you do ask for help, and then you will be happy there are people like me. Sure? Before I forget, Innkeeper. Yes, Alethea? I will help you fix up your tavern, free of charge. Not necessary, but thank you for the offer. Well, if you don't need my help, I know many around that do. So, I'll be going. Maybe we'll know more about all of this when I return. Seraph. Shaper, cleric, priestess. It's a righteous devotee of the dragon Cassiopeia. A fact that she makes sure everyone knows she is very eager in her ambitions to save people and to protect the world from falling stars and the like. Little journal. Okay, 32 Shaper, bounty hunter, chaotic good. Okay.
Let's go.
How dramatic. Isn't it normal for divine devotees to act like that in times of crisis? Not sure if I call this a crisis. Sure, if it's like she said and the little stars fell from the literal sky, then yeah, that's odd. But then again, I'm sure Cassiopeia would have stopped it from happening if she wanted to. Are you religious? No, but I don't deny the dragon's existence. Which means I'm more than confident in saying that if they want to be worshipped, they should work for it. We all work for something. I work to get paid, you work to get paid, and they just get paid without working.
I wouldn't say they aren't working.
Then what are they doing to help in a crisis like this? They're taking care of the grand scheme of things. Wishful thinking. Oh, Ninja, your boiled peanuts guy is here.
Ayo!
Heyo!
Turtle knows what's up.
Greetings, adventurer. Who? Me? You're the only one who entered my tavern, no? Yeah, but in what way do I look like an adventurer? That's just their standard greeting. Budget couldn't cover any more, I suppose. I have a wide variety of greetings. If that makes you feel any better. Hit me and give me something from your repertoire of greetings.
Hey, yo, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heyo, bro. Cringe fail. I think this is Sif.
Yeah, that's fair.
Whoever they are. It's carrying a tiny knife.
Is that Maxwell?
Didn't you greet me like that? It's different when I do it. When I find out your name, it's either Civ or Jackson.
You know what, Jackson?
Yeah, their whole demeanor revolves around cringe. Yeah, exact. Wait, what? Who even are you? Jade. You? Iniko. Or Iniko.
In I go?
Full name, Jade. Can I steal it? What? What? I'd prefer if no one stole anything. Drakes. Got it. Can I have a drink then, if I can't have your name? Of course. What do you want? What do you have? Everything. What do you need most right now? Something that'll make me more swift and agile. Like a slippery worm. Can't risk getting caught, after all. What? What? Worms can be slippery. That wasn't... Never mind. A slippery worm coming right up.
Slap that invisibility on them. Which I think is the fairy shit. Alright. 2 drops of top. Two lines of top.
The proper thing is 2 fingers, but whatever. What?
Shit, I forget what this one is. 1 on the left. Is that it? Pour one out and put bottom right. There we go.
Good job, Andrew.
Just should let me know that I didn't fuck up.
No worms, but perhaps it still suit your tastes. Oh, wow, this is great. Amazing, even. Where did you learn this craft? In the primordial vortex? Don't look at me like that. I'm just joking. You aren't from here, are you? Who? Me? Who else? Corey. Is that the thing on your shoulder? Bingo.
That's a
It's short for
bingo.
corruption. Nope, sorry, not that. Just noticed something else. My bad.
Huh.
Look at his fingers.
That's his friends.
Gang's all here.
I
Hopefully.
like that we have the letter just slammed against the bulletin board.
Probably organize these one day. His necklace is eyeballs. Ah. No. I meant you. Well, I'm nowhere, anywhere, and everywhere all at once. But most of me is from Avalon. Oh, an Avalonian. Native born or by ancestry? Native, duh. Ah, that's interesting. I find it pretty lame, to be honest. There's nothing going on over there. Everyone's the same. And you think it's different here on Gaia? Yeah, I mean, not really, but I can go anywhere I like. Barely anyone knows me here. Oh, theft identity fraud. All's goody with me because I can be someone else tomorrow.
Yikes.
And then there's Jade.
Jade doesn't give a shit.
In Avalon, they all see through that game very quickly. I see. Changeling then? Yes, and I say so out of trust. Just kidding. If you tell anyone, I'll come for you. Fret not. What happens in the tavern stays in the tavern. Then we're cool. Cool. So, what brings you here, Iniko? This and that, you know? Zenith seemed like a cool town with a cool name. Got distracted by that giant hog in your front yard and thought I'd come in and say hi. That would be mine. Cool. I don't do mounts. I'm faster on foot. That way I can admire the landscapes, take U-turns through narrow spaces, pickpocket. And did you admire the wrecked ruin that was once Zenith? I mean, I love chaos, so... Is it that bad? Her stuff popped up. I've known Jade for years, but it's good to see she's back in the area. She's not the type of person you ever have to worry about. She's strong, independent, and always looking for a new gig to make a living. A little empathy wouldn't hurt her, but that's probably too much to ask for.
See what's wrong about her, Spook.
Changeling, they, them, monk. Interesting. Chaotic neutral. Okay. Do you ever leave this tavern and keep? The city looks like a broken mirror. You bet it does. Looks like a star hit the center of Zenith and... boom! Yep. Oh. There's so many papers, Ninja. I don't know how to make a quest.
It's just timely once you get 3 of something. Because right now you're just collecting rumors.
I heard a rumor. Oh.
I was gonna do that joke.
But there's nothing we can do about it. Oh. Exactly. Someone will fix it. And that someone's not me. Ha! Me either.
But someone could be you.
Me? No. No. Absolutely not. I don't get involved with these sorts of things. Ever. Who am I to fix other people's problems? Are they gonna pay me for it? Not enough, that's for sure. You work for nothing, and in the end, no one thanks you for it. Heroism is an unprofitable art form. If you're unlucky, you'll even get in trouble for destroying someone's property. And that after you just fought tooth and nail to save a village from eternal damnation. Or something like that. Exactly. I know Jade is a mercenary, but say, Iniko, you aren't exactly a traditional adventurer either, huh? No way. Their self-righteousness and self-sacrificial hero complexes ain't my vibe. I wouldn't say all adventurers are like that. Name one adventurer that didn't die from self-sacrificial tendencies. I knew one, but they perished thanks to their hubris. Another classic. Reminds me of the group I met last week in Irova. They were nice, but too nice, you know? I know exactly what you mean. Were they also on their way to investigate the falling stars? Nah, they were heading somewhere north. Didn't really listen. Didn't care. But I was nice to them too. You know. Charmed some rations out of them when they prepared breakfast at their camp. Sat around the campfire drinking tea, munching on bread and bacon. One of them was a wizard, I believe, full on robes and magic type of guy. Kept going on about how Leviathan was sending bad omens to the bottom of his teacup. Leviathan? Huh. Why him? Dunno. Was he trying to warn you about his sister's demise? His sister? Cassiopeia. Ah, right. Sorry. Mythology really isn't my cup of tea. What is your cup of tea? Broad. Checks out. Originally from Amalon, Iniko is now vibing on Gaia. Probably because people here aren't used to the trickery of changelings yet. They're always looking for a new victim to fool and don't take anything too seriously. The thing on their shoulder is called Cory, short for corruption, obviously. So, Leviathan warned him via his tea leaves about the start of something terrible. Tattered wings, tainting the gilded sea in dark shades of misery, leaving behind nothing but a shimmering void. That's exactly what he said. How did you know? Think I read that somewhere before. Did you also read about the blazing eruption at the foot of the Dalwell Hills? No, but I heard about when I was in Zoford. Or I heard about that when I was in Zoford. I thought the Fae were doing one of their quirky rituals again. Wait, so it actually happened? Yep. He also read that from his tea leaves. Whoa, seems like this guy was a real psychic. I guess divination magic can be a powerful tool. The tea leaves said the wings shall be torn apart at the feet of Avalon, nestled between the peaks of Dalwell. Dalwell? So it really could be Trickle. What? It sounds like whatever happened in Dalwell was the reason the stars fell from the sky. Tainted gilded sea, shivering void, metaphors for a starless sky. If the wizard was right about his tea leaf reading, that is. But it fits with what I heard Zofard happened just a few days ago. Oh, that's how you're connecting it all. How else? No idea. I thought I was just babbling. With everything that's been happening recently, I think he might have been onto something. Odd that the adventurers didn't try to stop it from happening. Perhaps no one would pay them for it. Or their other job paid better. Maybe they didn't want to be held responsible for any possible repercussions. Maybe they just realized they can't save everybody. Maybe they were just pretending to be adventurers. Maybe they were the cause of all this and were just bragging about it, thinking I'd stop them. Haha. Even enough with your maybes. They're pointless and aren't helping anyone. I'm getting a headache. I'll go get some fresh air. So long, and keep merry hunting, Jade. Now it's just you and me, Innkeeper. Indeed, Iniko. But not for long. I'm getting bored and I'm broke. So you're going to look around town? Surely some people don't need their shiny things anymore.
Yikes.
Good luck finding someone to help. That definitely isn't me. So far, I haven't been disappointed by the others. You know how to never get disappointed? How? Never have expectations, duh. Could have figured that one out.
New quest times, Flo. What quest do we want to put together? No.
And those are the ones that seem to fit.
One side. Sounds. Yeah, that's right. You just kept like picking them up and dropping them, so my eyes were shifted to that and could not read anything. Okay.
What does it say, Ninja? The beautiful yet disastrous starfall left Zenith in shambles.
Are you not reading the title?
No.
Twinkle, twinkle, deadly stars.
The city and surrounding farmlands are destroyed, and some people are left homeless. A mere meteor shower wouldn't leave the entire night sky empty. So what exactly happened? Is it a harbinger of something more ominous yet to come? Whatever it may be, it's said that a fragment of this calamity can be traced back to Delwell, an island in the south of Vasoa. You okay?
Yeah. Feed undo. Sweep it up. The right saves it.
I think it just auto saves, but
It does not. Alright, you good? Alright. And that's the end of our show. Time to learn more about... Well, we gotta get Kyle's cape. We gotta figure out what's going on with stars and the saliva from
we
the
need
command.
some sunscreen.
Basically, we want to get Kyle out of here. More next time.
On Tavern Tales.
Tavern Talk.
Tavern Talk.